Time to wake up and let the weirdness begin. It's the KVJ Show to start your morning.
Kevin is the host.
And his skin pigment is whiter than Casper the Ghost. Virginia sounds like this. Nickname Vicious Beast. So don't get her pissed. It's Jason. Talks like a spaz. And they love to talk about Bigfoot and stats. So get ready, here we go. You're listening to 97.9 with the KVJ Show.
Hello and happy Friday. Welcome to the KVJ Show. Good to see everybody here.
Yeah, Friday.
That's right. Weekend time, y'all. Weekend time.
Oh, yeah, I need it. I want it.
We made it.
That's right. Big ol' President's Day weekend going to be coming up. So for a lot of people, it's going to be a 3-day weekend. How exciting is that, huh?
Thank you, presidents.
That's right.
Are you guys going to study or watch a documentary on Monday just to kind of about presidents?
Oh, it sounds terrible.
There's actually,
No.
there's actually a new special on the History Channel about Lincoln. So,
Kevin and I would like that. We like history.
Yep.
History, Kev, I can't with you.
Oh yeah.
You like any history?
No, I got to catch up on Joe Millionaire. I got a lot of reality programming. Celebrity Big Brother is on tonight. I'm not going to be able to watch it. So,
Oh man.
yeah,
What are you gonna
it's a
do?
big deal.
What are you gonna do?
Polar opposite. I mean, I like some of that stuff, but I also like some history. I'm Goldilocks middle porridge.
You yearn to learn a little too much, both of you. You need to simmer down.
Okay, you're right.
She has a point. When you learn, you become fearful.
Apple Books sent me an email yesterday and said, "We've picked out all these books we think you'd like to read." I'm like, you don't know me. Unless you have these books on audio, I don't have time to pick up a book.
Yeah.
I'm a parent.
Yeah.
With
She ain't
full-time
reading.
jobs.
They say everyone should read something per day, and it helps the overall.
I read the dirt of the day. Get off my ass.
Yep. Okay.
All right, there it is.
She's got herself covered. All good. All right, we got the jam-packed show today. Donate movie game coming up about 7:15. We'll get to that. We got some other fun stuff. Of course, producer Denny's Knows When You're High will be coming up a little bit later on the show today. So, bunch of fun, and we'll also give you a rundown of everything good happening in South Florida coming up here in just about 20 minutes.
What are you thinking about? What are you thinking about? What's on your mind? Are you thinking about? What are you thinking about?
What you think about today, Jay Bird?
Well, tomorrow I'm going to be at that Lake Park Rust Market.
Okay.
It happens every month, and I love it.
Ooh.
And I remember last time I was talking about it, I was so excited to go out. It was about a month ago, and I went out there, and I had to leave early because I was on, I think, day 4 or 5.
Of poopy cramps.
No,
Oh,
of quitting caffeine. I stopped caffeine, and I started getting all tired, and I went out there, and I was all sluggish and nauseous, and I felt terrible. I felt like a weak man, Virginia.
Because you were coming down.
I was.
You were detoxing.
I was coming down. So when I saw that the Rust Market was tomorrow, I go, man, it's been over a month since I've been off the caffeine.
Okay.
And I do feel a different. I got through that tough, odd, weird, where you kind of feel like you're in a drug-like dream state. I feel good. I feel like I've leveled out now. My energy seems to be not of a crackhead. Nothing against crackheads. It's not a slight.
Yeah.
Sorry if you're literally smoking crack and listening.
No
Yeah.
offense to all the crackheads out there.
It's just,
This is the hour of crackhead, by the way.
you just feel like you're kind of a little squirrely. You're off your game a bit.
Yeah.
And that's how I felt taking a break from the caffeine stuff.
Yeah, you've done a big detox in your life. In fact, somebody had texted in a couple days ago and was wondering how you feel because you haven't had any alcohol either in 2022.
I don't know if I like that one. It's all right.
Do you feel different? Do you feel better? Do you feel more alert? Has it done anything for your body? Have you lost weight because of it? Any of those kind of attributes?
I'll say my weight is pretty stable right now.
Okay.
I'm still eating a lot of sweet stuff, but yeah, maybe it's helped me at least maintain my weight. I don't know. I haven't been too heavy in a while though.
Okay.
Right?
You haven't been heavy in a minute. I mean,
Yeah.
it's been a long minute.
I was hoping it would do something for my energy. It has not. I don't see a really major difference.
Okay.
I mean,
All right.
if you go on a bender, the hangovers are tough.
Right, okay.
But
I
overall,
feel like
no.
caffeine sometimes is worse for you then a little bit of alcohol on the weekends.
Well, I just love certain sodas, and my relationship with the soda isn't good. I had to break up with her.
Yeah, I got you.
She was toxic, Virginia.
And when you get that caffeine buzz and you get it every day and you get it every day and you get it every day, and then you stop the caffeine,
Yeah.
you have a headache.
I do.
And your body is weird and wants it.
It was bizarre because I was, like I said, a month ago walking around outside. It happened to me when you and I went to off lease only to look for cars. Remember?
Yes.
I kind of crashed. Remember how sick I got, and I had to sit down, and you were worried about me.
Yeah.
That was the first week I quit caffeine. So
Really?
yeah, for some
Okay.
people, I think it is a major kicker in the nards.
For me, it's way worse than trying to walk away from alcohol because I really only drink on the weekends. And when I would have coffee all during the week and then I would try to skip a day, I would get a headache.
Yeah.
I never got a headache when I skipped beer.
Alcohol has not at all been hard for me to stop.
Okay.
Caffeine was extraordinarily difficult.
I
because,
believe that.
well, I thoroughly enjoy an ice cold Coca-Cola when it comes out of a fountain and it's got extra syrup in it. Oh, that's living. I love it. But I don't know if she loves me back. I don't know.
Okay.
I love how you're just having to get old and evaluate everything. We all are. I think about everything I put in my body now, where 10 years ago, I didn't care.
Well, it's not even that. I just soda is such empty calories, man. You can drink 3 sodas and that's like a meal and a half.
Yeah.
And I love me some soda.
We
Love it.
know.
But yeah, if you want to come out tomorrow, Lake Park, I'll be out there. Denny's wife will be out there.
Nice.
Lake Park, the Russ Market, Kelsey City Vintage. I'll see you guys out there.
Okay. Well, what I got on my mind today is actually about alcohol. It's a drink wine day today. So if you're a wine drinker, today would be your day to observe.
Did you bring some wine in here?
No, I did not. No, I did not. Probably should have, maybe. Yeah, for Drink Wine Day. I will probably be having some wine today, would be my guess. And I always like to find out, because I don't drink a lot of different alcohols anymore. I pretty much just drink a little bit of wine, maybe a little bit of beer here and there. But I've, not too much. Occasionally, in a rare occasion, I'll have a little tequila or a little vodka, but that's about it. I'm pretty much just a straight red wine drinker now. So it's kind of a newer thing for me. So what I like to know is the really cheap but good red wines, and you can find them. My wife and I, we've gotten onto this one red wine that you get, a Cabernet, at Whole Foods, and it's only $9 a bottle, something like that, $9 or $10. And we both like it. I'm like, that's great.
Do you feel it after a glass? Can you feel a wine buzz, or does it take a couple glasses?
I mean, a glass is good enough. You just it kind of relaxes you.
You are the
Calms you.
Kevin Ralston. You come from, a party background back in the day. You had a couple glasses of wine. Does that do it for you?
I was a rager. Yeah, no, it's good. I'm trying to kill. We killed Fat Kev. We're trying to kill Rager Kev too. So.
Binge drinking Kev.
Yeah. So there was a couple Kevs from the past that need to go down. So yeah, the Kevs of my youth. So if anybody has any suggestions, we mainly do the Cabernets. So if anybody has anything like that, or a Pinot Noir, I always love to find those out. Something new to try, explore.
Fancy. A Pinot Noir.
Oh yeah.
Whoa.
Oh, very fancy. Very fancy.
What's the fancy white one? Is that a Zephyr Hill or Zephyrndale?
Zephyr Hill?
What is it called?
That's a water.
Yeah, I really don't do white wine, so I don't
You
know.
don't? You don't like the white?
No, we really don't. There's just a lot of sugars in white wines and things like that. So, the red's got a lot more health benefits. So,
You can look into reds too that specifically are low sugar reds.
Yeah.
If you want to get really intense about it.
I like that, yeah.
Those are out there.
I will check into that.
Are you more white or red? Which you?
I'm all over the place. I like and drink everything depending on my mood. Sometimes I'll be in the mood for tequila. Sometimes I'll be in the mood for champagne. The one thing that I always love is beer and champagne.
You do. You love champagne.
I love champagne and I love beer. But then I like to dabble, I love our Atoll vodka. That citrus vodka's good. I like an after dinner drink. I like Kahlua in my coffee.
Here's a good question you both can answer for someone like me, because I am a wine but not a wine person, if that makes sense.
A wine, yes.
Yeah. Sometimes I have to go buy a gift for somebody I know they like alcohol. I know they like champagne. I know they like wine. What's that one you can buy that for champagne or wine where you go, oh, this is a pretty solid one, and you kind of, because you don't want to buy the cheap stuff. You also don't want to buy too much either.
If you don't know what you're doing, and most times I don't know what I'm doing, a great place to go is Total Wine on a Saturday, because what they're doing in the store is sampling and gift and incentive little goodies. You can go in there and try all kinds of different things and get little free gift with purchase. I got this nice bottle of tequila in this commemorative bag and these 2 free little glasses.
Not gonna lie, sounds like a lot of work. I was hoping you'd just kind of give me an answer because that sounds kind of annoying. Can you just give me a name?
I mean, if you want to give a gift, champagne is always universal. And a bottle of Moet is usually going to run you $30 to $40. The basic Moet White Star.
Okay. I'm writing this down, Kev.
Everybody likes it. It's so generically basic. It's still high end enough that people will be like, "Oh, thank you."
Yeah.
But you're not going to drop. You're not going to drop more than $45 on that.
You've heard of this Moet?
Yeah, I heard. Yeah,
Okay.
It's a big brand.
Moet White Star is the one you want.
It's a big brand.
Generic.
Yeah, big stuff.
Learning. Thank you.
Some recommendations. Somebody said if you like the cab, try the Witching Hour Red Blend. It's my go-to house wine, $9 at Total Wine. So
Wow.
that's a good price right there.
The great thing about Total Wine, too, is as you walk down the aisle, the employees have put little stickers on certain things. And they'll say, like, okay, if you like the Claus Azul tequila, but you don't want to spend $130, here's one that's really comparable for $30.
Okay.
And there'll be a sticker on it with the little employee's face saying, I like this one.
Oh, that's cool. Yeah, I like how they do that.
I love that because, who wants to spend $130 when you can spend $30 and kind of get the same taste?
Is beer forbidden with Kevin Ralston, or you'll still have...
No, I'll still have a beer every now and then, but it's everything that keto's not. It's carbs and sugar. So,
Man, all this talk about drinking is making me want to get back on that wagon.
yeah, right?
Well, it is Saturday coming up.
Somebody's going to be lit out the rust market.
Look out for when she comes out of retirement.
She'll be rusty and crusty.
The last time I drank at one of those rust markets, I spent a lot of money on a lot of nothing.
Sounds like fun. Jessica said the Chasing Lions cab, $12.99 at ABC Liquors. Tastes like a $50 bottle.
Oh.
And somebody said Snoop Dogg's wine is really good. Try that.
Okay.
Snoop Dogg's, I think it's called 19 Crimes. It is actually a decent red.
You're going to keep seeing these celebrities pump out all of these alcohol and liquors.
I bought it for
Yeah.
my sister, and she always buys me a Snoop Dogg gift, and then I buy her a Snoop Dogg gift, and we kind of do it as a joke. But we opened that bottle of red, and it was actually good.
Okay. Very nice.
$20.
And you're here for it when it comes to box wine?
It's not my favorite because I just don't know it that well.
I thought it was so weird. Someone brought box wine over to my house on a Friday. A week later, they came back. The box wine never went in the refrigerator. They still drank the box wine. It was out the whole time.
That's fine. Yeah, if it's red, I think it's fine.
Huh. I
Okay.
don't know anything about wine.
It's shelf stable, especially if it's not opened.
And is it true the modern day wine drinker is not against pouring a little red and a little white and mixing it together?
You do you, boo.
Mm-hmm.
I just don't get why.
That should be the experience when you're having a cocktail. If it makes you happy, drink it.
I just
Go
don't
for
get,
it.
I don't get why there's an attitude of, well, you're mixing wines, how dare thee?
Well, winemakers do it all the time. It's called a blend.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Mhm. Yeah, they
Yeah.
do. Yeah.
All right.
So, yeah, you're right there.
You're just a low budget winemaker.
Yeah. What you got on your mind today, Virginia?
Well, I'm going to be out too all weekend. I hope that everybody up in the Pizzle comes out to the Taste of Little Italy. We do this every year up at Tradition Square in Port St. Lucie. It moves around in that same area, but now we're back at the square, which I love. There'll be so much delicious Italian food and music. Tonight is freestyle night. And so they're bringing like all these freestyle artists, and there's a DJ coming down from New York that plays all freestyle stuff. So it's going to be really cool if you like the freestyle music. Come out tonight. Tomorrow, I'm going to be on stage doing a cooking demo. That's always fun with Galbani cheese. And there's a little bit of drama. So the chefs that were coming from Buffalo to do the cooking demo for Galbani cheese are snowed in.
No way.
There is literally like the storm of the century, apparently, an ice storm where first it was rain, and then it froze, and then it snowed some more. So you've got like an ice storm in Buffalo. They can't get out.
Oh, that's crazy.
I don't like it's kind of excited when one of those storm of the centuries are coming around. It kind of sounds cool, no?
It does sound cool if you don't have plans.
Yeah, I guess sure.
If you're supposed to be flying out to come to Florida for a cooking demo,
I know a lot of people going to that this weekend.
It's going to be fun. There's always great entertainment. There's always great food. The rides are going to be fabulous as well. I love rides.
Virginia does a great cooking demonstration, but I notice if Mama doesn't have any liquor in her, it's a different vibe.
Well, in my tent where I'm doing the cooking demo, right before me, Voga Wine, Anthony's doing his wine demo. So I'm gonna sit there for his free wine sampling. You get free wine.
Yeah, there was one I saw her. There was a free wine tent, and she was hitting it hard before her little production.
Okay,
she went up there. She had everyone in stitches. I mean, people were rolling over in the eye. I saw another one where she didn't drink at all. It was a little museum-like, a little stiff. The Raging Cajun needs a drink in her.
Your girl's better when she's loose.
Okay. Loosen her up a little bit,
yeah.
let
her go. Lube the hooker.
But don't get her too loose, because then it turns into a roast.
It's a fine line. It is a fine line.
All right, so you're looking for something to do this weekend? Virginia always talking about the Taste of Italy going on tradition in Port St. Lucie.
Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
Yeah. All weekend long, but there's a lot of cool little festivals that are going to be going on. The Coconut Grove Arts Festival is going on this weekend on Bayshore Drive. Always a fun little stroll through there. Miami International Boat Show going on in the Miami Beach Convention Center you can check out this weekend, and also the Miami Concours in the Design District. Big fancy car show going on through Sunday. I hope they're not going to be missing a few cars. You see that big old boat that caught fire with all those luxury vehicles out in the Atlantic Ocean?
I did see that. Oh, could you imagine?
Hopefully it wasn't bound for Miami, so lots of Porsches and Bentleys and all kinds of stuff on there.
How sad.
Yeah. I think so as well. Delray Beach Tennis Open going to be wrapping this weekend at the Delray Beach Tennis Center. Something to check out.
Would your wife and your father-in-law like that, you think?
Yeah. Yeah, I got him tickets one time from the radio station, and he's like, those tickets should have come with a jetpack. My seat was so far up.
Oh, really well.
I love when you give somebody free tickets and then they bitch. That's happened to me before, so I know exactly how you feel.
It has happened to me before, too, because I've given radio tickets.
I've given people tickets that, like, you couldn't buy to, like, a sold-out event. But, here's a little secret. They give radio the crappiest seats because they can sell the good ones for a lot of money.
I gave a listener VIP tickets to an event one time, and it wasn't the greatest setup, but it wasn't a terrible setup.
Yeah.
And when I walked them to the area, they go, "Oh my gosh, thank God I have to pay for this crap." Oh, you're welcome. Have a
great night.
I was like, all right.
Yeah.
That's all we get. So if we give you crappy seats, we didn't pick them. The artist gave those to radio, which is what they always do. They give really bad seats to radio unless they say otherwise.
Yeah, so you get what you get. The Jupiter Seafood Festival is going on this weekend, Saturday and Sunday. Modest Yahoo is going to be out there performing tomorrow.
He's good.
Absolutely. The Riverwalk Chili Cook-Off at Esplanade Park in Fort Lauderdale is this weekend. Artie Gras Fine Arts Festival at the Gardens North County District Park in Palm Beach Gardens is this weekend.
I used to have a booth back at that event.
Yeah.
We got to get old Jason back out there next year.
Remember that, yeah.
I want to get back in my artful ways.
Okay. That's something to check out. Florida Renaissance Festival is going on again this weekend in Deerfield Beach. West Palm Beach Green Market also is something you can check out. And there are a couple of fun events. They've got the 90th birthday celebration at the Palm Beach Kennel Club. Denny's is going to be out there starting at 5:30. They got live music and barbecue and beer and all that stuff.
Denny's is hyping up the party?
Oh, yeah, he's the hype man.
Oh, I love it.
Yeah.
They throw a good party.
I love that place.
Yeah.
First of all, I love the people that work there. We know them. They're very nice.
They're very kind. I love how they put layers and layers to their party. Like over here it's this, over there it's that. Like you can walk the whole thing in the matter of an hour and see like 8 different parties within one party.
I've never had a bad time. We've done so many radio events. I've always had a blast there.
Because you've never been sober.
That is such a true statement.
We are all about the roadie
Well,
and the
walk in,
Uber.
give me a whole coupon booklet of drink tickets.
Here, Jay Bird, here's a cup of whiskey.
They've also got a couple other grand opening parties going on. They're opening up the Carousel Club at Gulfstream Park. Going to be kind of a fancy little venue there if you want to check that out.
Ooh.
The creators of The Wharf in Fort Lauderdale, Miami are opening that up, so you know it's going to be schwanky. And also the Bodega Taqueria y Tequila is having their grand opening on Clematis in West Palm Beach. It is the
Bodega Taqueria and Tequila.
Yeah, that is going on tonight. I might check that out. That's the largest location they've got so far in South Florida. So that is cranking open.
Which space are they taking?
It was the one where Tin Fish used to be.
Okay, I know it well.
Yeah,
They have a
right
great
there.
little upstairs, too.
That's going to be their tequila bar.
Oh.
Oh, that'll be fun.
Yeah, so
I
that'll
like
be a
the
fun
idea
thing.
of a tequila bar.
Yeah, something to check out. And for the kids, you got the Martin County Fair again this weekend if you're on the Treasure Coast. And also they're showing Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse at the Square in West Palm Beach.
I'm going to sound a little out of touch right now. That one Spider-Man you were talking about, that's out to watch right now, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
And-
in theaters. Yeah.
Just out, even to rent. To
No
get.
Way Home.
Is it out to?
I don't know if you can rent it yet because it's relatively new
All
in
right,
the theaters.
that makes sense. I was looking for it, and then I
Yeah.
was watching one. I'm like, I don't think this is it.
Yeah, the brand new
I
one
was
is still in
high, so I was
theaters.
kind of confused.
Yeah.
I don't know what's going on. I ate some of Denny's edibles, and ugh,
Sometimes my TV's a little confusing. It was a lot.
my head
Okay.
feels webbed.
There's a lot of other concerts, nightclub stuff, and comedians. If you want to see the full list of that, you can go to our social media, go to kvjshow.com. Is South Florida too crazy for the Brightline? I just asked this question because we're coming off of this week where it has just been every day a different story of an accident going on in South Florida. And if you didn't know, Brightline has the worst fatality rate in the nation. Since 2017, 57 people have died from a Brightline train. That is basically one death for every 35,000 miles its trains travel. That is 3 times worse than the next mid-size or major railroad.
We told you this train's got a kill count. Don't play with the Brightline.
But why is it so bad? Is there a legit reason? I mean, I know you can say, people are being dumb with how they're approaching it, but is there something else going on there?
No, South Florida's dumb. That's why I'm asking, is South Florida too crazy for Brightline? Because it's not Brightline's fault. They've investigated these, and none of these 57 deaths were Brightline's fault.
They have all the safety measures in place.
Yeah, they're doing everything that they should be doing, that every other high-speed train in America is doing, but we are having crazy stats. We have the worst fatality rate in the nation because of us, not because of the train. That's why I'm like, I just don't know.
We don't
Are
listen.
we too crazy for Brightline?
We don't listen, and we're cracked out, and everybody's in a damn hurry, and people don't respect this train. And it could be because they never encountered it, like the guy that was from Miami Lakes.
I think Kevin's right. I think Florida can't handle the bright
I
line.
think that's it. I really, that's the only answer, that when you look at the numbers and everything that they've done, you have to just pull back and say, y'all, I think we're too crazy for this.
But here's the deal. Brightline's not going anywhere.
I know.
Crazy people need to get their act together and stop trying to beat the train, because this train is not going anywhere. They're developing more tracks.
It really is crazy how many other states, they all make so much fun of Florida.
Well, I mean, you look at...
We deserve it.
The train thing is kind of a microcosm of just how crazy Florida is, because Brightline is the number 1 in the country in kill count. Number 2 is Florida's Sunrail. That's the second worst death rate. That's 1 death for every 108,000 train miles. So the 2 biggest killer trains are in Florida, but it's not the train's fault. It's our fault.
And then you throw in a story, like a weird, bizarre story, like in Miami where the guy ate the face. You mix all that together, and then Florida gets the reputation.
Yes.
It just does.
Yeah, now Brightline is going above and beyond. They've installed infrared detectors to try to warn engineers if anybody is lurking near the track so they can start to slow down or stop. Unfortunately, we got a lot of lurkers, so we're trying to get, from Miami to West Palm Beach fast, but because of all the lurkers we got to keep slowing the trains down, and then as soon as they speed up, then here comes another lurker that gets plowed by the train.
And the thing is, too, these froggy dope heads, they wait to the last minute to get froggy.
Yes.
Like, if you can't set off the infrared sensor if you're not on it yet. But they wait until the train is like 3 seconds away from impact to think that's a good time to go around the barrier.
Well, sadly, the chemical abuse that we have in South Florida is a big cause of it. They said a lot of the deaths are people that were either intoxicated or they were suicides, and so that's a lot of them. And then the rest is just impatient drivers that think that they can beat an 80-mile-an-hour train.
It's so weird, too. Ever since you started talking about driving the other day and how it's, people are mad.
Yeah.
I've had so many side conversations with people who've brought that up organically that did not hear the segment at all.
It is real.
It is real.
This road anxiety and rage is real. Please, y'all, if you're out there in it listening, don't get sucked into the anger.
It happened to my boy Bigfoot, where somebody was following him because he was claimed that he got cut off or got all mad.
Right.
And it's almost as if you can't even beep at people sometimes.
Yeah, I saw on the news today there was a 19-year-old that had been arrested for a road rage incident involving a gun. And then they just arrested him again for a second road rage incident.
Oh my God!
Involving a gun. You're like, okay, so I guess this is his thing. He just goes, he drives angry.
He may not need a car. Let's not. Maybe you might have to walk to your locations.
Y'all got to give him a bicycle.
Yeah. So on top of everything else they're doing, they say that Brightline's going to be adding more fencing and landscaping, trying to make the tracks more difficult. So they're going to make a sport out of it. So if you're going to take yourself out with the train, they're going to really make you start working for it.
You're going to have to jump a bush.
Yes, that's really it. It's going to be these so you're going to see all these crackheads jumping fences now.
Like it's crackhead steeplechase.
It's like the zombie movies, where they start coming in waves. That's what it's going to look like with crackheads climbing fences trying to get to the train. They're going to make you work for it. Yeah, they say they're also going to be installing red light cameras at crossings to enable police to ticket drivers who go around guardrails.
Good.
So they're going to start doing that. And they're also going to start flying drones over the tracks to try to give them another eye in the sky to say, hey, you got 3 crackheads on the tracks coming up. So,
just don't get distracted by the drone while you're driving.
Well, it's fun to smoke crack on the track.
Yeah, crack on the track. Hey, it goes together, right? Does Uber hate you? Well, you can actually find out. They just rolled out a new feature that lets you see how many 1-star reviews drivers have given you as a passenger.
Does it come with commentary? Like, he was drunk and loud.
I don't know. Check it out. What you do is you go into your Uber app, go to the privacy center in your settings, and you look for View My Ratings. That's what you do.
Privacy settings. Okay, settings.
Go into your Uber app, go into Privacy Center that is in the settings, and then look for View My Ratings. And they will start giving you the ratings that you get. Anywhere from a 1 to a 5-star, the same as you give drivers, drivers can give you. Now, why would you be getting a 1-star review? Here are the 5 things they say Uber drivers hate the most. Leaving trash behind in their car is number 1. Not wearing a seatbelt is number 2. Making an Uber driver wait is number 3. Being rude or disrespectful 4. And slamming the door when you get out.
Why can't I find my privacy settings? Oh, there we go. Nope,
Okay.
That's not it either.
Not easy to find, huh?
Got it. Boom.
Okay. All right. So, so again, you go into the Uber app, go to the Privacy Center that it has got, Privacy Center in your settings, and then you look for View My Ratings.
Are you seeing it, Virginia?
There's a lot here. I'm still looking for it.
Okay, so they're not making it easier.
I'm not finding it
Can you
either.
give them 1 star on finding your new thing?
Trip details. I'll keep looking.
I'll keep looking
Okay,
too,
yeah.
Kev. It's
Yeah, well, let me know. Yeah, because I'm doing a quick overall on it too. Yeah, it doesn't say. It just says go to the privacy center.
I'm in the privacy
me
center.
too.
Okay.
It
And
says.
then, do you see view my ratings anywhere?
I do not.
No.
Okay.
It's got things like manage trusted contacts, verify your ride check, set up your family, privacy, security.
Okay.
It's Uber. Well, you know what, Uber, we hate you too.
I might have not updated the app too. So if you're dealing with an old incarnation of the app, you might have to go to
maybe.
your app store
And
and
re-download it.
exactly.
Okay.
But I'm not calling the witch out. But do we know that for a fact, or is that just?
Well, I know with other apps it does that. So, figure it out. Why you always got to be so argumentative? You want to pick a fight? All right, let's fight.
I do not. I was just busting your chops.
Get the new one.
Okay.
Hey, I got nothing, Kev.
Not able to find it, huh?
No.
Okay. Yeah, it does take a hot minute. You have to go and click the photo of yourself, I believe, in the upper right-hand corner, and then go from there, right?
We did that.
Okay. All right. All right, we'll see if we can find it.
Update all apps. Let's do that.
Yeah. Okay.
This is interesting, though, because my rating, it says, is a 4.85 on
Okay.
Uber. So I've done something.
Well,
Because if you're perfect, you have a 5.0.
okay. Yeah, but that's really good though. I mean, they must love you for the most part.
For the most part. But I'm sure maybe rides after midnight, I've been maybe not such a joy.
Okay, yeah, I was wondering because I know a lot of times you got a roadie, and didn't one time somebody say something to you about it?
I usually, 90% of the time, I'm able to bring my roadie with no issue whatsoever.
Right.
But yeah, once in a while, you will get a fuddy-duddy, probably a teetotaler,
Yeah.
that does not want me to have my beer in the Uber.
Well, I just know that when I'm with Virginia, I've never seen her shut down. I was with you one time, and the guy was like, "Guys, what are you doing? Get the heck out of here!"
No,
The
okay.
guy shut down.
Okay, yeah. So I imagine you probably didn't get if he didn't rate you.
Yeah, I think for us, our boobs weren't big enough.
My boobs are usually out.
Doesn't hurt, right?
Well, if we're going out somewhere,
Yeah. Somebody said just update the app. You don't
I
have
am.
to,
I'm doing it
re-download
right now. I'm
Okay.
updating my Uber app, and I bet you it's there.
Okay. Yeah.
Bless you.
Thank you.
So if you want to see it. Yeah, just kind of curious if how many people have gotten a 1-star, and then did you know that you got a 1-star?
And can you look and see what time of day it was?
Yeah.
I guarantee you, if I've got a 1-star, it probably happened after midnight.
Yep. There you go. Okay, I guess we were able to find our Uber ratings. You can break it down, and it will give you your whole history with Uber. How many different 5-star all the way to 1-star rides you have had. And I think we only have one person here on the show that has ever been given a 1-star on one of their Uber rides.
And we figured out where it came from. We remember the night. It's on my phone.
It was Jaybird, okay, and what happened?
But I don't know if it was a Jaybird. I think it was Jaybird and Virginia. This is when we came back from the dog track.
I don't know. Did I ride back with you?
Oh, yes, you did.
The ride there is very clear. The ride back is a little fuzzy,
This
Kevin.
guy hated us. It was me, Virginia, and Sweet Denny's, and we had all tied one on. It wasn't that we weren't being jerks or anything.
Yeah.
We were loud and drunk, and I kept taking my mask down to talk, and he kept on reminding. And then Virginia stood up and danced. The guy hated us.
We were like if you had to drive around feral cats.
And I remember apologizing, saying I was sorry, but I don't think he liked it.
You weren't sorry.
I felt bad that he
Yeah.
was, but
Right.
whatever.
So this is how you get a 1-star rating from an Uber driver.
I really can zero in on this 1-star. Yep.
Okay.
It's the KVJ Dirt of the Day. It's the KVJ Dirt of the Day. Virginia, take it away, cause you know we need that Dirt of the Day.
So excited for the dirt, Kev.
Are you?
Let's
okay.
try that. I'm gonna be open-minded.
Okay.
I always love financial details when a marriage falls apart. It's just fascinating to me, especially when you're dealing with major money and major celebrities like Brad Pitt and Angelina Jolie. You know, they are still fighting over all
crazy, right?
kind of stuff. I mean, the drama. These two hate each other now.
Yeah.
And apparently, back in October of last year, she sold their winery. Now, they bought this Chateau Miraval for $40 million. But how they did it was he put in 60%.
Okay.
She put in 40%.
Uh-huh.
And then together, they made this large purchase back in 2008.
Okay.
And apparently they had both been, you know, contributing to it and trying to dedicate time to it. And they finally made it profitable. Mm-hmm. But then she, last year, at the tail end of last year, up and sold it and didn't even tell him. And according to this lawsuit, he continued to contribute and make payments and do work at the winery without even knowing that she sold his stake in it.
She sold his steak or her steak?
Both of their stakes.
She sold both of them?
It says she breached the initial agreement to sell stakes without mutual consent.
How could she sell his steaks?
Because she's Angelina Jolie.
She's evil.
I didn't even know how she'd have that power.
She's Maleficent.
She drinks blood, dog.
Yeah, I don't even get that. Dude needs a better attorney, Brad Pitt.
Well, so is he gonna lose the whole thing, or is he able to try to fight for it back?
I think he's able to keep his part of it, but she was supposed to tell him if any changes happened in the stakes, and she didn't.
Yeah,
and
because business people will do that. They'll sell their steak to a completely jerky person, and now you're business partners with somebody that's shady and you don't want to do business with. So yeah, it's usually why you had that agreement.
Where do you guys stand on this whole thing? Team Pitt, Team Jolie?
well, he's now wanting her shares that she got to be voided and to get no money, and he's also suing her for damages because I guess he don't like the new shady partner that she sold it to.
Uh-oh.
She probably tried to do this on purpose. You know, Melissa Fint or whatever her name is, she don't play clean. She probably sold it to somebody that was going to do zero work and do it on purpose, run it into the ground, and he continued to do work without even knowing what she had done.
Right.
She ain't stupid.
Yeah.
She's very angry at him.
Well, she just didn't want to be tied to anything with him, so she's like, I'm out of this thing.
Oh,
and I'm gonna sandbag it for you.
Mm-hmm.
You know, he called Clooney. I can't believe this, man. He's like, all right, it's all right, Clooney, all smug, drinking some fancy whiskey.
Well, and he probably got it.
Casamigos.
He probably got it because Clooney's like going, dude, you need to get yourself an alcohol brand. Let me tell you, man.
Casamigos been good.
Yeah, it's been good to me. And so Brad jumps in on it. Now it's been nothing but pain and agony.
Kanye West has a new album coming out, Donda 2. But I think if you want to get the whole album, you're going to have to buy this little Echo Dot looking thing that he's now selling. And it's going to set you back like $200. But it's like a little Echo Dot and it lights up. And that's how you get the whole album.
Do you get other music other than Kanye?
I don't know. It says, I am going to be getting all of this on my own platform through the STEM player.
I saw he was ranting and he was mad about something. He's going on his own. But
The STEM player is the only place that you can get Donda 2. Of course, the album named for his late mother. Mm-hmm. If you don't buy the STEM player, you're not going to be able to get it. And the STEM player kind of looks like one of those Echo Dots.
Oh, you know what YouTube is? All these renegades. It'll be bootleg on YouTube.
Yeah. Well, he's got that big event on Tuesday at Lone Depot Park.
That's right.
So I wonder if they're going to be selling them there. Do you get one? You should get one and be able to leave with one because people were texting us that had gotten tickets, and some of those people were buying tickets for close to $1,000. So if I drop $1,000 to come to your Donda 2 listening party, I better walk away with the device to play the album.
So for the listening party, does that mean there's going to be no live performance? Is this Kanye in a chair, kind of bobbing his head, going, "Isn't this tight?"
I think that's how he's done the other ones.
Okay.
Yeah.
Huh,
That's it.
1,000.
Yeah.
1,000 for that.
Yeah. Yeah, trust me, I don't get the spell that he has over the American public because they buy his clothes and all that stuff for ridiculous prices, and they're happy to do it.
That's all they do is it's $1,000 to go.
That was what this one ticket price was. Not say every single ticket's $1,000, but yeah, somebody had text in the different tickets. I think somebody else in their family gotten a ticket for like $450, so they have various prices. But the one ticket was to sit in the dugout, so you're going to be real up close.
Okay.
Yeah, that was $1,000.
Apparently, Lizzo is going to be doing a reality show. Is that real?
That's what, according to what I edited today.
It's called Watch Out for the Big Girls.
That's what we're saying.
Okay. What is it all about, Lizzo?
What's up, y'all? It's Lizzo. I'm looking for dancers to join me on my tour. Girls that look like me don't get representation. Time to pull up my sleeves and find them myself. We thick and we pretty and we know what we about. It's the battle of the big girls.
Okay, so it's a reality show to find dancers for her upcoming tour.
Okay.
That sounds fun.
All right.
Cool. Thank you, Lizzo.
You're here for it?
I am kind of here for it.
I don't want to speak for Kevin, but I think Brittany's nailing the dirt today.
You feel like
I do.
She's all over it?
We've made a side deal. If Virginia braids my hair, I have to love the dirt on the air.
Vocally.
Like, oh, it's great. She's the queen of the gossip over here.
I don't know if I like it.
I hate it.
Yeah, let's go back to being acrimonious.
Okay, I
that
love
feels
it.
more natural.
All right, okay. Is this thing over yet?
It's over, baby. And that's
Okay.
what's going on in your dirt.
All right. Got some celebrity birthdays today. Just saw him in the Super Bowl on Sunday. Dr. Dre is having a birthday today. 57 years old. See if he can figure a way to spend part of his $800 million fortune today.
He has got to be riding high.
Oh, yeah. I assume that $800 million fortune is increasing. I haven't heard what has happened to their streams on the players since the Super Bowl, but they typically go up by 1,000% or something like that.
I'm sure he's
Yeah.
killing it. I'm seeing so many TikTok videos of people our age just loving.
I'm not gonna lie. I've done a deep dive of some of the old rap that I used to really be into
yeah.
because of the halftime show.
It made you
absolutely.
nostalgic. It made you happy.
Vanna White is turning 65 years old today, and she hasn't done too bad for herself for turning letters on a game show. She's worth $70 million.
I mean, look at that.
Right. Not bad. John Travolta turning 68 years old today. He's worth $250 million.
Wow.
Oddly enough, I thought he'd be worth more. I don't know why.
But what has he done in the last 10, 15 years to, you know what I mean? That's a lot of money to kind of...
Yeah. Since he's done something.
He did that Christmas
massive.
song with Olivia Newton-John a few years ago.
Don't know that was really raking it in.
was.
The last one he did was the Teflon Don movie, Gotti, and I think that got greatly panned.
It did.
Yeah. So that's the last thing I remember him really doing. Sybil Shepherd's turning 72 today. Used to be on a show called Moonlighting. And then Yoko Ono is 89 today, and she's worth almost as much as Dr. Dre. And you know, I love all of Yoko Ono's albums. She's worth $700 million.
There's such a funny clip of the Beatles jamming with Chuck Berry, and Yoko Ono is on stage with them jamming along.
Yeah.
And she does a part, like she gets her solo shot. She screams in the microphone. Nobody with a brain is ever going to like these sounds. It sounds like someone's being murdered.
Yeah.
And they kind of pan into Chuck Berry's face, and he's playing the guitar going like, what the hell is going on right now?
Poor Chuck Berry.
It's such a funny clip.
Oh, man. Well, she's, I guess, done right.
Oh,
Married the
yeah.
right dude. $700 million. I want to do a few local birthdays. Give a quick shout out to Bryce turning 17 today. Mom and Dad, happy birthday there. 10th birthday to Winter from Mom, Dad, Roxy, and Braden. Double digits, woohoo. Have fun at Typhoon Lagoon. Sounds like a fun little birthday. Also, happy birthday to Harold. Says, we have so much to be thankful for this year from Lauren, Brooke, and Mitch sending that in. Also, a happy second birthday to my son, Junior. Can't wait for your party on Sunday from Mom, Dad, Banks, and Gunner. Got a photo of him there on KVJ TV.
Oh, what a
Yeah.
cutie.
Yeah. Also, happy birthday to Aaron. on Saturday from Melanie. And we also got a birthday to Diego turning 7 from Mommy and Daddy and Marina. Can't wait for your Pokemon birthday on Saturday, and a photo of him there on KVJ TV. All right, very cool. You got a birthday you want to get on the KVJ Show? Just let us know. Mail at kvjshow.com. Time once again for the No Name Movie Game. Bird has got a hot hand. My goodness. Crazy streak he's got going on here.
This is a big one because if I win this one, I could walk around Lake Park tomorrow with my belt.
Yeah, you could.
The boys come home.
Yeah.
The boys come, exactly. The homecoming with the belt back to Lake Park.
It would be your 3rd win in a row. You would tie me for the most wins here on the season.
In my circles, we call that a streak, my friend.
Oh, yeah, no doubt. So thank you very much, Scott from Beer, for the stats again this week. All right, here we go. We'll get to the bird in just a second. We'll start off with Virginia and her partner, Lucas from Wellington. Hello, Lucas.
Hey, guys. Happy Friday.
Yeah, happy Friday. How you doing?
Yeah, good. How you guys doing?
Doing good.
Doing
Doing
great.
good. All right, let's do this here. Virginia's going to give you the clues to movies. Can't use any of the characters' names, any of the actors' names, or any of the words from the title of the movie. You got 60 seconds on the clock, and your time begins now.
Pass. 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 Cops from the 70s, they also had a TV show. Then they made it into a newer movie here recently in the past 10 years.
Pass.
If I'm looking to die, I have a this. I'm looking
Death
to...
Wish.
Yes. One more than 2 is...
3.
There's also an infant.
Say it again.
There's also an infant. So it's dudes and an infant.
3 guys and a baby.
Another word for guys is what? Not women.
Pass. 3 men and a baby.
There you go. It's an animated little white dog with lightning on his skin.
Bolt.
Okay, Suits is giving you 3.
All right.
It was Starsky and Hutch on the one before.
Okay, all right. See if that holds up there. Big old 3 spot.
I could feel Virginia's anger.
Well, there's a massive delay on the phone line, too.
Okay.
I've never noticed it.
David is on here from Fort Pierce. Hello, David.
Hey, what's up, guys?
Not much. All right, you ready for this?
Absolutely.
Okay, we got to beat a 3 spot here in the No Name Movie Game. 60 seconds on the clock, and our time begins now. It's painful. It's something in a gym where you put your shoes in it. Painful. You put your shoes in this when you go to the gym. They call that what? You hang your towel in there and everything. What do you hang it in?
Walker?
Yeah, and it's painful. What's another? Something with pain.
Hurt Walker.
Yeah, okay. It's something that starts June 1st, goes to December. When storms are coming at us, they call that what?
Hurricane season.
Yep. It's 3 guys. They were cowboys. One is not attractive. One is not good.
The good-
I'm
the
past
good, the
that.
bad, the
Dang it. Okay, he is a police officer that is like this, and he is from the future, and he is
RoboCop.
wired. Yep. Okay, pass. Blank now. It's peaceful. Another word for peaceful. Blank now.
Serenity.
Yes.
Serenity now.
One more than 6, and he's a Japanese warrior with a sword. One more than 6. Okay, 7 samurai. Okay, 4 spot. Okay, will that hold up? Right now, David is in the lead. Bird, you got to get a 5 to make it 3 in a row. And Heather from Port St. Lucie is your partner.
Oh, Heather, sweet Heather, my goodness. I love the pizzle. I love your name. How are you?
Good morning. I'm good.
All right.
Okay, she's good.
All right.
She's good.
I really want this one bad.
This would be huge. Have you ever gotten 3 in a row?
I have a long time ago.
Okay.
But I'm trying to contain my excitement right now. I want this so bad, Heather. I'm going to be in my hometown of Lake Park tomorrow. I want to peacock this belt.
Yeah, I mean, the pride your city will have for you when you come back is a 3-time in a row no-name movie game champion.
I know you guys joke, but there will be some Lake Parkians that go, Bird, yeah, you want the no-name movie
You
game?
representing well.
Right? They will love it.
You might be the most successful guy to hail from there.
Burt Reynolds.
Okay, 60 seconds on the clock. Your time begins now.
We're going on this when we go on vacation. It's more of a fancy way. We're going on vacation. We're going on, pass. It's a cartoon. He's lost in a Amazon Lake area. He's little, but he's strong. He grows up in the other one. It's a cartoon. Think where Amazon. Yes, you got it. It's a superhero movie. It's one of the ones, the more grittier ones. Not the daytime warrior, but it would be later on that day. You would be considered this. Think the superhero.
The night power.
Yes. You got the first word. Not light, but pass.
Nice.
Pass, Denny's. Pass, Denny's. If you're going to cross the street, you must do this first. Cross the street, you have to do this.
Look both ways.
Yes, no.
Yes, no.
Sorry.
All right, there's 2 spots. Unfortunately,
The dark
third
night.
place. Thank you, Heather. Yeah, it just didn't work out.
Kevin, you get to floss the belt this weekend.
Yeah, maybe I'll go out to the Rust Market. Rub it in his face.
I would be so tickled.
I got the bell. I got the bell.
If you did that, it would really, honestly give the
You
belt.
want to touch it? Psych. I got the bell.
Give it the credibility it deserves. It would. If Kevin Ralston did that. Look at that. Yeah.
Oh,
You
wow.
earned it.
David, congratulations.
Thank you.
Okay.
Wear that belt this weekend, man.
Oh, yeah. No doubt. I'll do us proud. Get a photo of that. Throw it up on social media.
In your face, Lake Park.
That's right.
Love for you to do
Yeah. Enjoy that win. New movies you got this weekend. Uncharted with Tom Holland, Mark Wahlberg, and Antonio Banderas. PG-13 out in theaters. And also a movie called Dog with Channing Tatum. Rated PG-13. If you love dogs, I think you're going to love that movie.
Dog.
There was a list of the worst ending to classical movies. There's a pretty solid list. Upbeat News did this. I don't disagree with a lot of the ones that they have on there. They have got The Departed, Uncut Gems, Click. So they apparently don't like the ending to Adam Sandler movies.
For Upbeat News, they're kind of real downtrodden kind of a. That's not real upbeat.
Upbeat News, now with negativity.
Yeah, it's kind of a weird.
Upbeat news that makes you cry.
Yeah. Gone Girl, they said, is a classic movie with a bad ending.
So I've seen all of these movies.
None of them. Click doesn't stand out to me as a bad ending. Gone Girl doesn't stand out to me. I haven't seen Uncut Gems. I saw The Departed, but it doesn't ring out that it was a bad ending.
I love The Departed. I didn't love the ending, but I did love the movie.
Okay. It's been too long since I've seen it to remember. Signs, they say.
Get out of here. Why is everyone always hating on Signs?
I haven't seen that one either.
You've never seen Signs?
No.
I love the ending of Signs. Every time I bring up Signs, people get all bitchy about it.
Pay It Forward, they list.
Oh, that movie. I watched that movie one Saturday morning on TBS. So it's already a long movie, Virginia, but because it was on TBS and had commercials, it's like a 4-hour marathon.
Oh, boy.
And the ending was depressing.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
It was.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't like depressing endings.
Whole ride, this kid's paying it forward, and then
Yeah.
it's not good, Kevin.
Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows Part 2, they say.
Are you caught up on all the Potters?
Yeah, I was okay with it. There wasn't anything that stood out there.
You've seen them all.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, I've seen every single one. Yeah, it was something my older son, we started, when he was young, and we have seen every one together.
Would I like Potter?
I don't know. Probably not.
Too
think
little
it'd be your thing.
kiddish.
Yeah, I don't think it's your thing.
You didn't like the ride, that's for sure.
Yeah. Yeah.
Homie got off the ride and vomited immediately, and then it ruined the rest of his theme park Saturday.
For my sisters, they were not happy.
He ruined his day and their
It
day.
was the first ride, and they were like, "Really? It's 9 o'clock."
You wussy.
A worst ending to classical movies. They also list Grease. That's where they drive off into the sky in a car, right?
What the hell is that?
Yeah, that was kind of weird.
That is bizarre.
That is
Yeah.
bizarre.
And then they say It's a Wonderful Life. I thought that ended great.
I think the knock on that is that he doesn't really learn his lesson. It all kind of just through donations, and everyone kind of bails him out at the end. Spoiler alert.
If you haven't
Yeah.
seen it.
You're 50 years behind. Yeah.
I don't know.
I like that. I thought that was great. But, what do I know? The ones that I would say, worst ending to classical movies, I would say Caddyshack is on my list.
It's corny. It is so corny.
It's so bad, and the movie's so great. Monty Python and the Holy Grail. And I'd say Old School.
Have y'all ever seen the Tom Cruise War of the Worlds? There was so much hype about that. The ending was the dumbest. Didn't even make any sense.
Well, they say classic movies, and that's the only reason why I wouldn't put that in there. I don't know if I'd put that as a classic movie.
And the only thing I can think of is the reason why it would be on that list is because it made a lot of money, but that doesn't necessarily mean it's a classic movie.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, I don't know, whatever their thing is. Somebody said American History X. Did you like that one, Virginia? You actually saw that, didn't you?
I did not see that one. I know it's got my boy in it, but I didn't see it.
I didn't love the ending of him. I love the whole movie of American Psycho until the ending.
Okay.
I mean, he is so fantastic in that movie. I just never felt the ending.
Okay. Any other movies you'd like to add to the list? You can hit us up, 877-979-WRMF. What's this the craziest thing? Got this email from one of our KVJ Nationers. It said, Disney alerted me to my husband's cheating.
What?
It's like, wait a minute.
I can tell you, this mouse is busy. He's selling houses now. And
Crazy,
cracking
right?
cheaters.
Oh, absolutely.
Whoa, this is good stuff.
Yeah, I thought it was really interesting and just kind of maybe a heads up, too. It said, yeah, my husband travels for work about once a month. He left this morning for a business trip to Oklahoma, and he's not going to be back until Monday morning. I didn't think anything of it until I got a notification from my Disney app saying that I have new pictures. Well, since I was at work and my husband's in Oklahoma, I figured that, I got some tourist pics. Well, I open up the app, and guess who it is? It's my husband with some woman. And she says, a 4 at best.
Oh.
No one, not 2, but 4 different rides and locations, and you can tell they aren't just friends.
Dang.
Apparently, the idiot didn't realize our annual passes are linked in the app, and all pictures and ticket information is shared. He has tickets for different parks on Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, too. I called to ask how Oklahoma was, and he said, oh, it's fine, and made some lame joke about it being fancy like Applebee's.
Oh, boy.
Naturally, wanting to meet his new friend, I booked a ticket to the same park on Saturday. The soonest I could find someone to watch our 3 children, I'm not dragging them into this. The next 2 days are going to be rough getting pictures of them on their little trip. I'm not sure if I should wait until he gets back, call him out over the phone, or just bust him in like in an episode of Cheaters. What would KVJ do?
Have you guys ever had that situation where you know for a fact someone's lying to you, but they're keeping it going, but you have the information, so you just want to see how long they're going to keep that lie?
Yeah, it would be fascinating to see, while you get your ducks in a row, how long he's going to keep up this lie.
Because you got the information. You know he's cheating on you.
Do you need to go to the park? I don't know if I need to go to the park at this point.
You don't?
If you've got all these pictures, courtesy of your Disney app, I don't know if a park visit is necessary, but maybe a lawyer visit is necessary.
Virginia brings up a good point. Sometimes you want to get everything together and you want to do it quietly.
But in Florida, it's like a no-fault state when you divorce. You can't, like, go after him more because he cheated. Like, all these pictures you have of him cheating don't really do you any good.
So what she wants to do, she just wants to go to the amusement park and bust him and make a big deal out of it.
Yeah, I guess it depends upon where you are set. Do you want the satisfaction of busting him and calling him right there on it?
She said she's going to get her information and keep gathering it and wait to tell him. So she's not going to even bust him at the park.
Well, why is she if she doesn't have a plan, why is she booking a ticket? You got to have a plan before you...
She wants to go and get pictures of them, but it's not going to help you in your divorce proceedings.
These are all
not
big,
in Florida.
These are big moves, and you're not... There's no need to...
Yeah, what are you going to do? You're going to go there and risk them seeing you? And it just seems like a lot of work for nothing. You'd be better investing your time going to lawyers and having meetings with all the good lawyers in town.
Well,
because once you meet with a lawyer and they've got details from you, your husband can't hire them.
Mm-hmm.
You booked the flight on emotion, and I understand why, because you just got found out you were cheated on. But there's a strategy here, and I'm not sure going there to meet them is the right strategy.
Okay, so you're saying do not go.
I don't know, man. Virginia's got a good point. I also don't. When you have information that he doesn't know you have, and if you're planning on not staying with this guy, this might be good information for you to.
Mm-hmm.
Well, tell me why you're going, and I'll tell you if it's a good idea. If you're going to get more pictures of him and this girl, then it's stupid because it's not going to do you any good.
Maybe the only reason I could see for why you would want to go is you want them both in the same place while they're doing their thing. He doesn't have a chance to come up with an excuse or an alibi as to what he is doing. And he's like, oh my gosh, my wife just showed up at the same park where I am. Now, the question is, would you be able to find them? These parks are very big. And what's to say that you're going around the park and you don't even notice them? And the question I have, too, because she was alerted when they were taking photos, and that showed up in the app. So was he going to get an alert? Because she said, I booked a ticket to the same park on Saturday. Did he then get an alert on his app on his phone that somebody's purchased a ticket?
It's weird.
I'm wondering if that happened.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't
So
know how it
that
works.
could be something, too.
Is he even paying attention to the app? Because if he was, he would know that it's putting up their pictures.
You're asking, if she goes there, she can see him in person to make sure she's got him. She's already kind of lying. He's already lying. He's not in the state that he's supposed to be in. So
Oklahoma.
He's already done.
Yeah, you would think so. And it seems like she's already got the photos, which I'm sure she's done screenshots of, so she'll have all that stuff protected and ready.
It really depends on what your end game here is. Are you trying to stay with him? You just trying to divorce him? If you're trying to divorce him now and clean him out, let's get a strategy together.
Yes, go sit down with an attorney, get a game plan together. That would be a better way to spend your time.
Because there's nothing. If he's not expecting it, all of a sudden he gets divorce papers. You know what I mean?
Right, and that would be a good way to do it. But if you go to the park, you run the risk of showing your hand. What if he sees you?
But how do you get a cool TikTok video going viral if you don't?
That is true. If you go to the park and then you get a video of them and you're standing there narrating it and you see them on the Dumbo ride.
Some of those TikTok videos that are so fake. Oh my God.
And so fascinating.
They are not. They're fascinating because people believe they're real.
Well, for the sake of a great story for our show, I hope that she goes, but we'll see what she does. I sent her an email, and hopefully we'll have an update on Monday as to how she decided to handle it. I'll have Suits put up a KVJ TV poll here in just a second. Should she go and bust her husband at Disney, or should she stay home and prepare for a divorce? Well, one of our KVJ Nationers was alerted to her husband cheating on her because of Disney. She has the app, and she got an alert of some photos that had been taken at Disney, but her husband was on a business trip to Oklahoma, so she thought, no, he is at Disney with his side piece taking photos, not realizing that all the photos are showing up on his wife's phone back here in South Florida. And she said she's booked a ticket to the park that they are scheduled to be at on Saturday. And she just wanted to know what would KVJ do. And I think she's considering going to the park, maybe for a face-to-face confrontation that might be going on. Now, we got a couple texts in here, people talking about what they would be doing. One says, all right, these people have annual passes for Disney. His ticket is tied to her pass, and she gets notifications when he does stuff. It's not necessarily the other way around. She can look up everything he has, including fast passes and dining reservations, so she can bust him easily if she wants.
Oh, she got him busted.
Yeah, I mean, we know he's busted, but now what? What are you going to do with that?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, do you want to make a big, bold move in the theme park? I don't think that's the way to handle
Always
it.
book a flight when you have the plan after.
I don't know if the flight's... I wouldn't do the flight.
I think she's just driving, probably.
Oh, driving.
Yeah, I mean, she's in South Florida.
I just think that it's silly. You're not going to do anything with that. You're going to go to Disney and what? Now what?
It's emotion. If someone's cheating on you, you're not, you're hurt and you're PO'd, so you just want to take that person down.
Luis is on here from Fort Lauderdale. Luis, you're one of the people, and by the way, in the KVJ TV chat room, 46% think that she should go and catch her husband at Disney. You agree with that. Why do you think that she should go and bust him in Orlando?
I think that she should go to the hotel.
Okay.
And if he brings her to his room, that's way more obvious than, at a park somewhere. And it's more private.
Okay, so he couldn't, because maybe he might try playing the friend thing. Because she said in the photos that you could tell they were more than friends. But you think if she busts them together at the hotel in the same room, without a doubt, you can't try to claim that she's just your friend.
Absolutely.
Okay.
So some people in the chat room are saying, "Oh, come on, V, you would be hiding in the bushes." I want to defend Virginia for a second. Virginia says hide in the bushes when you don't have confirmation.
Right.
We have confirmation here.
We have photographic evidence. I don't need to get in the bushes, y'all.
We know.
We're smarter than this. When you have the proof that you would have needed to get in the bushes, you don't need to get in the bushes. He's got pictures on the Disney app of him with this chick.
There's a couple other ideas as well. Someone said, I think she should call him to chit-chat and casually mention to him that she's decided to take the kids to Disney this weekend. And people in the chat room are saying that she could go on. If he has any reservations, she can cancel all of them on the app.
I mean, cancel them, but I mean, all that's going to do is
show your hand.
Yeah, show your hand, and then he can make another. He's going to be able to eat somewhere.
Right. He's not going to be high and dry. Oh, no, what do I do? She canceled my reservation at the Country Bear Jamboree.
Yeah.
Well, but then he knows, and he's driving all the way home. Yeah, and then he's driving 2.5 hours home knowing, okay, my wife knows what's up. And the problem with that, too, though, is he's got 2.5 hours on a ride home to try to get excuses and stories together.
But I do see, if you're in love with somebody and they blindside you with cheating, and you're devastated and you're hurt, I get the emotion of wanting to confront them in a situation where they have their new lover with them, just to say, I got you, this is what you're doing to me.
Gotcha.
To really put just a human element to it. I see what you're saying about strategy and getting all your ducks in a row, but I also get why you're hurt and devastated. You want to speak your mind.
Sure. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, she wants to give him a piece of her mind. She's very upset.
If I was in that situation, I could see myself wanting to confront them together.
I know, but it's not the smart move. It's not the calculated move. It's not the move that is going to be, I think, best for you in the long run. I think it's emotional, and I get it.
But in the long run, every situation's different. They're married, but if I'm dating somebody and I really loved her, and I found out, oh, Bird, she's over at Grimaldi's eating right now with this new guy named Jake.
Oh, Jake loves Grimaldi's.
I would want to go bust them. I would.
I know, because you're an emotional bird.
Oh, boy, you are too.
You're like a chick.
Get out of here.
One text says, print the photos and frame them in the house for when he comes home. So when he walks in, that's what he's going to see, is photos of he and his side piece having a lovely weekend at Disney together. That'll be the way that he finds out.
How would you handle it? If you knew the queen was cheating on you, but she didn't know you knew, do you How does a Ralston handle that?
I don't think I would go to Orlando. I think I would stay here and I would just start getting all my ducks in a row. I'd be fully prepared because that's the advantage you have is time.
Right.
You have the chance to get the upper hand. But a little dig, like printing the photos and putting them up, that would be a nice extra touch.
Yeah, when you're ready, when you have fully exhausted all your meetings with your lawyer that you need to do to get yourself in a situation where your kids and in your home and your money is all protected for you as best you can, that's when you print out the pictures and put them in a frame and blindside him.
And when I say confront somebody, I'm not saying you have to get all mad and psychotic about it. I just want to know. I see it. Eating here, Grimaldi's together. I see you.
Oh, Jake, he eats pizza in a sexy way.
I know.
So have you ever found out you were being cheated on in a very odd way? I mean, having Disney let you know that you're getting cheated on, that's unique. I don't think I've ever heard of Disney ever giving up the goods that somebody's being cheated on. If you got a story like that, you can let us know, 877-979-WRMF, and tell us, what was the moment when you realized you were being cheated on?
It's the KVJ dirt of the day. It's the KVJ dirt of the day. Virginia, take it away, cause you know we need that dirt of the day.
Well, it looks like Uma Thurman is talking about possibly doing a Kill Bill 3. Do we need a Kill Bill 3? I mean,
I don't know. What's it going to take to kill Bill? Kill Bill.
Did they kill him in 2? I don't know. I forgot how Kill Bill 2 went. I guess they didn't kill him if they're going to try to kill him again in 3.
Okay.
Here's Uma.
I can't really tell you anything about it. I mean, it has been discussed over the years. There was real thought about it happening, but very long ago. I don't see it. It's immediately on the horizon.
Okay.
I hate to disappoint people. Everybody wishes it would be the case, but I think it's not immediately on the horizon.
Okay. Thank you. Michael Jordan was smoking a cigar, and I guess somebody came up to him and asked him for a selfie while he was at a resort in Arizona. So she came up, asked him for a selfie. He's like, okay. He put his cigar out in the ashtray. They took a selfie, and then he got up and left. Mm-hmm. And the selfie girl's like, wait a minute. I can take this half-smoked cigar and resell it with an auction. And the auction opened yesterday with a starting bid of $500.
Wow.
I'll keep you posted and let you know whether or not she gets the $500. But if she does, Michael Jordan's not going to like this, but people are going to start following him around.
I don't get why MJ doesn't really like people around him.
I know.
I can't understand why you got the reputation of being standoffish. Mm-hmm. My man can't even enjoy a cigar.
Yeah.
People are always just bugging him.
Yeah.
Myself included.
I thought of Virginia when I saw that story. If she was out and saw Michael Jordan sipping on a cup and he walked away, she would grab that cup and go, Kev, I got Michael Jordan's cup.
Yeah.
I was eating at Buchan one night and they seated us and I was like, oh, damn, that's Michael Jordan. And so he was like up in a different little area of the restaurant, but I waited until I saw him and his wife getting up to leave. And so they're standing out front by the valet waiting for their car, and I got a picture of the back of his head, but the flash was on. So
oh no,
it's nighttime.
Yeah.
And the flash just goes qua.
That's Michael Jordan.
Boom.
In the back of his head. You know he knew what I was back there doing, and he was just seething.
Oh, even MJ can't defend against that.
I got out of there quick before he turned around and clocked me. And finally here, Olivia Rodrigo has a documentary concert film movie coming out. Are we here for it?
I know Kevin is. He's a big OR fan.
Yeah.
I think I just wanted to tell people what was going on in the back of my head in a way that was proud and not ashamed.
The album is due in 7 days.
Oh my God. Coming from this place of hurt and you manage to turn it into something that you're proud of, there's like nothing better than that.
And by the way, she's now single too, because her and her boyfriend have broken up.
Oh my gosh.
Okay.
Another album, sophomore album, Kevin.
Yeah. She's got material.
And that's what's going on in your dirt.
Did you see the story where Chris Brown has now got a second accusation of sexual assault against him in Miami?
Uh-oh.
I mean, this is turning into a serial rapist kind of thing. If these allegations are true, you'd have the one in the dirt, Virginia, about that happened on a yacht out front of Diddy's home on December 30th of 2020.
Yes.
And now there is another girl that apparently he met at the party that night, but didn't get with her then. He invited her to his Miami Beach hotel, and she said that when she went in there, he approached her, shoved two of his fingers into her mouth, and she said there was a white powdery substance on his fingers, and she blacked out for several hours.
Oh.
Woke up in Chris Brown's suite with her friends, without her friends, or her cell phone.
Oh.
And felt that something had gone on, and went and got checked, and apparently has some evidence and turned it over to Miami Beach police.
Oh.
And they're looking into it to see whether or not they have 2 counts of sexual assault coming against Chris Brown.
Ay, ay, ay.
Yeah. So that will be an interesting story if that turns out to be anything. So, well, got some interesting stories that people have sent us here of how you knew you were being cheated on. We heard a fascinating story of one of our KVJ Nationers who got an alert on her Disney app that she had new photos, and she looked and she knew she wasn't at Disney, and her husband was in Oklahoma, she thought, on work. And no, he was at the park with his side action, who she said was a 4, by the way. So
4 out of 10.
4 out of 10.
Ooh.
Yeah. So what was the moment when you realized you were being cheated on? Some of the texts that we got, somebody said, yeah, he took pictures on his camera of him making out with another girl, and I was scrolling through pictures from the weekend, and we had that shared photo thing, and there were pictures of him. I had never even suspected a thing. We were long distance at the time. And so I guess everything else was easy to hide from me. And when I talked to him about it, he said he had taken the pictures so he could look back at them and see if he felt like cheating was a mistake or not. That was his excuse. So she ended that long distance relationship.
Yeah, it's over, baby.
A lot of background check stuff. Somebody said they ran a background check and found out that he was actually married.
Oh.
I mean, here's what you need to always. I never thought of it. It took me a while to. As soon as you start talking to somebody, you need to Google their name. Now, 9 out of 10 times, nothing's gonna come up other than an Instagram picture. Trust me, a mugshot may sneak up on you. You can find out a lot just by a Google search.
I've started doing this for a couple of my friends. I have some friends that are chronically single and appear to switch out lovers every few months, but you just got to make sure that people are there for the right reason and don't have a lengthy rap sheet. And it's pretty easy to do.
Well, I hung out with this one girl. First time we hung out, I'm like, all right, things seem cool. Second time, like, seems pretty cool, but it's a little off.
She's a little feisty.
Third time, I'm like, something's off with this girl. And then I Google her. I'm like, yeah, there's something off with this girl.
She had like warrants or arrest records.
Yeah, for domestic stuff.
She likes to beat up guys. You're not a good fighter. She'd have whipped your ass.
I was like, ugh. I like being single.
Somebody saw that in a text. I had driven from Florida to the Northeast, and I had told my boyfriend that I'd be back on Saturday. I came home on Friday to surprise him, and when I got home, he was in bed with another man.
Wow, surprise.
Whoa, that's a lot to take in there, huh?
If you came home, Panda's in bed with another man, and he said, babe, I'm sorry, it was a one-time thing. Can you guys work through it, or is that an automatic divorce?
I mean, we're not going to stay together as a couple, but it would be easier for me to stomach if he was cheating on me with a man and he decided, I've been hiding this because I was gay, and I'd be like, okay, it's not me, it's just that you like men. I would much prefer for him to go gay than to cheat on me with a woman. Because then he's just being honest about what's really in his heart.
Okay.
He prefers the D. I don't have a D. I can't help him.
Good point, Virginia. Very good point.
V does not have a D.
Don't. I know I sound like I do, but I don't.
Another text said, I sent my wife flowers at work. She never acknowledged receiving the flowers when she returned home from work that evening. And in the middle of the night, a text message popped up on my wife's phone from her lover stating the flowers were not from him.
Oh.
Okay.
Boy.
I wonder too if you found, especially if there's not kids involved. Let's say there's no kids involved. Is this a cool move to do? You find out someone's cheating on you and you're living with them. By the time they get back, all your stuff's moved out and it's empty with a note, I caught you, and then gone. That's it.
It's a great move. I think it is. You want to do something to upset them and make it not comfortable. And I think punishment in some form, whether it's financial or emotional, needs to come their way.
Or is it a better move to just move out all your stuff, be gone like a ghost with no note? You're just gone. You don't even say why you're gone.
Make sure when you leave, though, you do a little bit of some kind of financial hurt to that person.
And I think I'm
hit them where it hurts.
I think I'm more because I'm not married, so all my scenarios in my head are you're dating somebody, your boyfriend, girlfriend. You're not bound by this prison law. Sorry, I meant to say law with marriage. I didn't mean to say prison.
And another text here said, yeah, my husband's lover friended his adult son on Facebook. She was his secretary. So social media is done in a lot of relationships as well for reasons like that.
The lover friended his adult son.
Mm-hmm.
That's a ballsy move.
It is, yeah.
She's trying to get in with the fam.
She is. That's what happened.
Wow.
Somebody texted and said, Michael Jordan used to live at the building I would valet at. Super nice guy. He and his wife are great tippers. His wife one time tipped me $200 for 5 minutes of work. Just get in the car.
Wow.
It's not
That's
bad,
pretty
huh?
awesome.
Yeah, that is pretty cool. And somebody asking, did you talk about the video that came out yesterday of Matt Stafford walking away from the lady who fell from a stage right in front of him? Did you see that video? He's the Los Angeles Rams quarterback, and he was celebrating. We were talking about it a little bit yesterday because he was drinking that Don Julio 1942 right out of the bottle. He was working in a water in there like Tom Brady had suggested, and there was a photographer, and she stepped back off of a stage and just drops out of the photo view, and he's just like, oh my gosh, and he turns to his wife, who she's like, oh, she's stunned too, and she rushes over to help, and people are like, why did he turn away from her? Why didn't he go help?
He's used to throwing the ball, not catching.
Yeah. Yeah.
The wife certainly was all about getting down and trying to help.
Yeah, she did, and people were really coming for Matthew Stafford now, and the only thing I can think is, one, the guy was drinking a lot, drinking the tequila, and he probably thought, oh man, he probably had talked to his wife, said, hey, I'm going to be getting loose and drinking. She's the sober one there to attend to anything that might happen to keep him out of any kind of issues.
Right.
And so he looked to her, probably didn't think it through. I'm sure he's regretting not going over there. Keep in mind, if he was a little off, he could have fallen off the stage on her.
How long is Twitter going to be mad at him for?
They're very mad at him today, and he and the team are paying for her medical bills because I think she did damage to her spine.
Yeah,
in the
she
fall.
fractured her spine and broke her camera.
Yeah.
So I think they're paying for everything.
So everybody's coming for him today, but look.
But he didn't cause her to fall, though.
No,
right?
he didn't cause her to fall.
Hey,
He didn't jump right to her rescue.
He didn't
and people
perform
are like, what
surgery
kind of
on her?
guy? They're like, that's a testament to what kind of guy he really is, that he wouldn't run right to her rescue.
Stop making me hate the world, social media.
He was intoxicated, and he probably knew he had no business getting involved in an emergency situation.
Because then he goes over to help her. He trips because he's drunk. You see? You can't help people.
He
when you're
falls
drunk.
off the stage on top of her.
Yeah, you're never going to win. And social media, you're not there. So shut up.
Right.
Don't read the comments, Matthew.
There's always cameras. They're always judging. And honestly, you're going to get to a point where nobody's ever going to touch alcohol or anything where they're going to be in an event like that, because they realize that any moment where maybe you didn't have the best judgment in the second because you've been knocking down Don Julio, that you will get fried for it.
Everyone always knows what to do.
Right.
From the couch of their house.
Absolutely. Armchair quarterbacks, they call them, ironically. Yeah. Well, the Olympics are going to be wrapping up. I think the U.S. is about in third place in the medal counts. I have not watched the first minute of the Olympics. You guys been dialed in, watching it?
Keep forgetting it's on, and I'm not trying to be a bad American.
Yeah.
I'm not. I just forget, Kevin.
Yeah, I think they said the ratings were down 50% from the last Olympics.
Okay, so there's a lot of bad Americans out there.
Yeah. It's not going well. NBC is like, what do we do?
Like about maybe 45th on my list.
Well, what changed then? I mean, I thought, didn't people at one point not that long ago give a frog's fat ass about the Olympics?
Well, there's a couple things. I think that people aren't thrilled it's in China. They had to make their own snow because it wasn't even snowing there. There's just a lot going on.
doping,
Yeah.
which I'm a fan of.
Yeah. I think people were, focused on NFL,
Yes.
COVID, Virginia.
That's what people were watching.
Oh, COVID, bruh.
Yeah.
That's everyone's excuse for anything.
Lots of stuff.
COVID.
So, all right, so we got the conclusion here of our Tongue Twister Olympics. In the first round, Jaybird finished in first place. Wow. Denny's was the one who was in last. So right now he's holding up the bronze. Virginia's got the silver. Now here's how we play the Tongue Twister Olympics. Each of you must read this tongue twister, same one, under the time limit. You're going to have 25 seconds to read these 68 words. If you fail, you get 5 points added to your score, and 1 point will be added for each flub. So the person with the lowest score is the one who wins. And Jaybird had a perfect score last time he did this. He had a 0, Virginia had a 2, and Denny's had an 8.
Don't expect a repeat performance.
Okay, well, we'll start off with our bronze medal performer. I'll have you guys help me police the score. Every single botched word, that adds a point to his score. If you can't do it in 25 seconds, that adds 5. Okay, Denny's, here you go. All right, on your mark, get set, and go.
Betty Botter bought some butter, but she said the butter's bitter. If I put it in my batter, it will make batter bitter. But a bit of better butter will make bitter batter better. So she bought some better butter, better than the bitter butter, put it in the bitter batter, then made her bitter batter better. So it was better Betty Botter bought some better batter. Oh, that's so hard.
Okay.
Oh, that's
All right, you
hard.
did it under the time. It was 23 seconds, so you're good. I think I counted 4 mistakes. Is that correct?
I counted 5.
You got 5. How many did you get, Bird?
I was lost after Betty Botter.
Okay. All right.
That's hard.
That was
This
a
is
tough
hard.
That is a tough one.
Dang.
Dang. Virginia goes fast, too. The Raging
She
Cajun,
does. She's quick.
She keeps it moving.
Yeah, the 25 seconds, he did his in 23, so he still had a second to spare.
He had good pacing.
And not known
Yeah,
for
he
his
did.
speed either. And you did that pretty...
I tried. That ending starts getting real tough. There's a lot of bitters and batters and butters.
Yeah.
It's just a lot to handle.
Don't even get you on the botters.
The potters, the blotters.
Okay. All right, here we go. We're going to go to Virginia, who is in second place. Those 68 words. On your mark, get set, and go.
Betty Botter bought some butter, but, said she, the butter's bitter. If I put it in my batter, it will make my batter bitter. But a bit of better butter will make my bitter batter better. So she bought some better butter, better than the bitter butter, put it in her bitter batter, made her bitter batter better. So it wasn't Betty Botter. Bought some better butter.
Okay, good. All
that
right,
was
bam.
great. I
And
only
you
got
had
one.
6 seconds to spare. So,
My brain broke.
That last sentence is rough.
It just started buffering.
Me too.
okay.
gosh.
So Virginia, I only got 1.
Yeah, me too.
Only
She
one
crushed it.
flub in that.
It wasn't in there.
Virginia did crush it. So right now, Virginia, you have a score of 3. Denny's has a score of 13.
Damn.
Okay. It's looking like Denny's is probably going to have the bronze medal.
I don't know, dog.
How you feeling over there?
I haven't been sleeping well.
Okay,
Feel a little
Jaybird.
jittery.
You haven't slept well in 15 years.
Agreed, but I'm really in a low streak right now.
If you get a score of less than 3, you are the gold medal winner of the Tongue Twister Olympics, Bird.
Okay.
All right, you've got 25 seconds on the clock. On your mark, get set, and go.
Betty Botter bought some butter, but said she's the butter's bitter. If I put it in my batter, it will make my batter bitter. But a bit of better butter will make my bitter batter better. So she bought some better butter, better than the bitter butter. Put it into her batter butter, made her bitter batter better. So wasn't better Betty Botter bought some better butter? Oh,
Okay, all right, you did it in time.
I almost said the F word.
Yeah. How many points do we get if we drop a F-bomb?
Oh, that's 10.
Almost said the F word.
That last sentence literally broke my brain.
What's that so? So it or what? I'm sorry. So it wasn't is what I meant. Sorry.
Well, I didn't have to dump you the first time, but I did the second.
Oh.
But that's what's getting us. It's that T.
Yeah.
But Jaybird, you only got 1, I think, maybe 2. How many mistakes did you have? I think I just got them for 1.
I got him for 3.
I got him for 3.
Oh, you got him for 3? Oh, Suits has got him for 3.
That's fine.
That's what I got.
Your time with Virginia, you both get gold.
Okay. All right. Makes it interesting next week.
Okay.
We'll get on the podium together for
Very
our gold,
nice.
and then we'll start like fighting.
Oh, is this the last week of this? Oh,
Yeah, it is.
Oh,
you want
man.
another one? I mean, I could do another one if you want.
Another week? Yeah.
Okay,
I'll
well, the
just-
Olympics is over, though.
I don't
It's okay.
watch it.
Nobody's
I don't
watching
watch
Nobody's
anyway.
watching, Kevin. No one will even know.
This is way better than the Olympics.
Okay. All right.
I would watch this before speed skating.
It's just
Yes.
fun. I love games, Kevin.
Okay. Then we got a little bit of a tie going on.
He's producer Denny's, and he knows when you're high. He's producer Denny's, and he's one hell of a guy.
Oh, yeah, he is. Let's see if he can keep this hot streak going. Nobody seems to be able to fool Denny's here today. We'll see if anybody can. All right, we need people that can try to fool Denny's into thinking that they're high, or people that actually are. 877-979-WRMF. We have got Christine on here from Fort Lauderdale. Hello, Christine.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning. How are you doing?
I'm doing so good.
Good. All right. Well,
My husband and I are huge fans.
Oh, that's awesome.
That's great. Very cool. All right. Well, let's see if you can trickle Denny's here. He's got to try to figure out if you are high or not with a couple of questions. What's your first question here for Christine, Denny's?
All right, first question. How many snails do you think would fit on your forehead?
Oh my God, I love snails. Well, depending on how big they are, obviously. 8.
Yeah, it's a good number.
Okay, all right.
We did that, by the way, as
Yeah,
a bit.
I think I do remember, yeah.
We got in the double digits.
I love snails.
She loves them.
Yeah, epic snail.
Epic snail.
Yeah, big fan.
Let's see, second question. How long would it take you realistically to teach a bear to slow dance?
Oh.
Well, first I'd have to learn myself, and then I'd have to teach it. So
Okay.
at least a year.
Oh, wow.
That's it.
How long would it take?
Because, you know, they train for circuses and stuff.
If you really,
Yeah.
if Kevin had to
Yeah,
get
but-
up every day, like I got to train this bear to slow dance. How long would it take you to really train that bear to
What are we
slow
talking
dance?
like? Are we talking like a trained bear or like a wild bear?
A wild bear, too trained. You know,
Ooh,
you have
yeah.
to start off wild and then train it.
I think
Oh,
it's
wow.
gonna take you years. No.
Yeah, probably
Yeah.
years up. But, yeah, I think Christine's at least right. I'd say you can't do that with under a year.
No,
No
two
way.
years.
I'm 5'10" though, so I'm pretty tall. So
Okay.
that would be at least a benefit.
All right. Well, you'd look good together.
Do the waltz.
Fantastic question, Denny.
Uh-huh. All right.
Final question here. If you were put on the spot, how many slices of Black Forest ham could you eat?
Oh. A lot.
So good.
I know
Yeah.
the sound of that. Oh.
100.
Oh.
Yeah.
No, that's a little bit too much. Probably 60.
60, I could, yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Denny's, are you getting a vibe here? What do you think about Christine from Fort Lauderdale? Is there any chance that she's high right now?
I'm getting a very big high vibe from her. Right from the get-go.
There's no way this woman is not high.
Yeah.
You're doubling down, huh? Christine, are you high by any chance?
Most definitely.
You couldn't even hide it.
I'm off work today. I got nothing to do.
Oh, that's great.
Well,
Oh,
you
good
are
times.
great fun.
Good times. Okay, well, you enjoy your Friday then, okay, Christine?
I will. Thank you guys so much. Love you.
Okay.
Aw, she's
You too.
adorable.
Always the
Absolutely.
best people calling her this bit.
Yeah. All right, let's check out Danny here from Atlantis. Producer Danny's knows when you're high. Hello, Danny.
Hello.
Hello. How are you doing today?
Oh, I'm good. How are you guys doing?
Doing good. Doing good. All right. Denny's going to see if he can get a reading off of you. So far, he's not even missed one this entire year. He's gotten everyone correct who's high and who's not high. All right. He's got a couple questions here for you to put you to the test, Danny.
All right, let's do it.
All right, first question. How many dragonflies do you think you could eat?
Dragonflies. Geez. I guess it depends on the time of the day, how hungry I am.
First thing in
I'm
the
gonna
morning.
go first thing in the morning. I think I could eat like 20 dragonflies for sure.
Really?
Wow.
Totally.
got
Those
20.
things are like not meaty at all. There's nothing to them.
Yeah, you just pop them in.
That's a big number.
But you have to kind of mentally get through it. I guess
The wings.
Yeah, I just feel like they'd be crunchy.
The wings.
Yeah.
The wings.
Fry them.
Okay.
All right, wow. I love it.
All right.
Oh, let's see here. Second question. Would arms like a gorilla help or hurt your current situation?
Mm-hmm.
Oh my God, it'd probably help. I got too many freaking kids as it is, so it'd probably help me.
Oh, okay.
Carry them all.
See the positives on that.
If you work construction, gorilla arms would be awesome.
Yes.
And final question here. Would you rather have to chug a stranger's sweat or wear a thong all day than eat it?
Oh, Jesus.
It's easy.
You don't
though.
kind of lay it on people, huh? I'm going to go with,
This is easy.
Yeah, it is.
Jesus. I think I'm going to eat someone else's sweat, honestly.
Drink a stranger's sweat.
Really?
Yeah, I'll drink the stranger sweat for sure.
I'm surprised by that because you can eat like your own thong, and they do edible underwear too, right?
I'd go thong. At least it's my grossness. It's not a stranger's grossness.
Right.
Yeah, but honestly, they're both so freaking gross. I can't even muster thinking about having to chew something so heinous.
It is. Denny's put you through the ringer.
That's it,
He's
yeah.
mind freaking you.
Okay. All right. Fascinating.
Oh,
Okay.
yeah, both of them are really gross, to be honest. So it's not
She's not feeling it.
not easy.
She is definitely not feeling it. Okay. What is your reading here on Danny? Is she high or not, Denny's?
She's trickier. I'm getting a little bit of a high vibe, but I can't tell if it's just putting it on there.
I know, man. She's a tough one.
It is a tough one.
Would this be your first official miss?
I rocked her with that
And
thong.
Ralston, you can hear him.
All year, come on, man. February, what are we at, 18?
Yeah. Yeah. We've given you a mulligan on that one
Yeah,
before
I'm
because
pretty
the guy was
far in
kind of
the
cheating
year
the
so
system.
far.
Yeah.
She's a feisty.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I'm
She's
trying
like
to-
taunting you.
trying to think.
It's
Yeah.
laced with PCP.
Yeah.
Some aggressive pot.
Really? Yeah, right.
I mean, she is taunting your ass.
Yeah, she is.
Taunting.
God, Denny.
Oh gosh. All right. I think God, I'm gonna stick with my gut. I'm thinking I feel like she's high.
So you're going to stay with high. You're going to say Danny is high. Danny, are you high?
It's the only way to start my Friday after I drop the kids off at school.
She's high.
Oh, she's high. You got it.
That's a
That's
celebration.
I'm not gonna lie.
Oh, that's a big
You
one.
know it.
Oh, my
Yeah,
boy.
that's a big one. Okay.
Sweet Denny.
Oh,
Danny's still with a perfect slate.
Wow.
He is good.
Home run.
Very nice. Well, Danny, you enjoy yourself, okay?
Thank y'all. Love you.
Okay.
I love you.
She's
she
good.
was tough.
Yeah.
She was good.
We actually got an email. It's a question for you, Denny's. If you've heard about this pot-infused beverage, one is called Can, the world's first low-dose cannabis beverage. They say Can costs about $18 per six-pack and comes in a variety of flavors. And they say it is out on the market.
Is that something a dispensary would carry?
Yeah, even just local head shops carry a lot of these. Because if they're deriving it from the hemp plant, the statute is that you can have it legally. But if it's driven from the pot plant, then you cannot.
But is there a drink where you can have it with the pot in it that they're selling?
So in states where they sell it, yeah, I mean they have them at if you go to the medical dispensaries, you can get stuff like that. You can almost get cannabis infused anything now. They have every product on the market now.
Mac and cheese, Kev.
I've heard of cannabis infused alcohol.
Huh.
What about lube?
Yeah, they have
do.
lube and
Cannabis
They
lube?
have cannabis lube, dog.
topical
Wow.
creams.
Have you ever tried
Droplets.
this
I haven't tried it
specific
yet.
beverage? Okay.
I've had a bunch of the cannabis infused beverages, but they're the hemp infused because those
Okay.
ones you could buy
Right.
locally. And then if I'm going to the dispensary, I'm buying the good stuff.
Where do I get
I go there for the top shelf.
Yeah.
weed soda?
Weed soda.
That's around?
Yes. They have
Okay.
cannabis infused soda, cannabis infused alcohol.
Don't tell him that. He just got off soda.
Yeah, I know,
Bring
right?
it right back.
Back on. Well, we got a lot of fun stuff going on in South Florida this weekend. So many festivals that are going to be going on. Got the full listing at kvjshow.com. Also, a lot of concert and club action things to check out. Remember the Gin Blossoms? They're going to be playing the Sunrise Theater in Fort Pierce tonight. Be fun. You've also got a lot of EDM DJs. This is the time of year where you really see a lot of EDM in South Florida. Cascade is at Story Nightclub in Miami Beach. Dylan Francis at the venue, Fort Lauderdale. You can check them out. Other EDM DJs playing this weekend. Zed is going to be at Day or Nightclub at the Hard Rock Hotel and Casino tomorrow night. So if you want your EDM bird, there's plenty of options for you.
Is the one that goes... Is that going to be on?
Yep. They'll do that twice.
Okay.
You've also got Less Than Jake playing the Culture Room in Fort Lauderdale tonight. Flo Rida is going to be playing 11 in Miami tomorrow. You also have Styx playing the Pompano Beach Amphitheater. Jose Feliciano at the Night Center in Miami. You've even got Spread the Dub. They're going to be playing at Matthews Brewing in Lake Worth Beach tomorrow night.
Hard-working local band right there, my friends.
They're out like every night. On Sunday, Dancing with the Stars is going to be going on, and then EDM DJ Marcus Schultz is going to be at 11 in Miami. And comedian-wise, Jeff Ross at the Palm Beach Improv this weekend. TJ Miller is going to be at the Dania Improv, and Tig Notaro is going to be at the Parker in Fort Lauderdale.
A lot of EDM. Is it EDM season?
Yeah, this really is the time of year. There's a lot of EDM going on leading up to Ultra. So.
Oh, that's right, man.
Yeah. So this is it. You got all the Europeans and all that stuff in Miami. So that's why they're here. That's the music they love, Bird. All right. Let me see. If you want to get the e-blast too, all you have to do is go to our website, kvjshow.com, and you just put in your email address, and we will send you all the weekend events, plus some things that you might have missed from the KVJ Show and other announcements that you want to be in on. Go sign up today at kvjshow.com.
There's a lot of dumbass criminals to talk about, baby. It's the whacked out news. People breaking the law. Ha ha, fighting in the nude. Ha, drunk people pooping in the street. Ha ha, it's the whacked out news. So many people on meth. Ow!
Well, they love these documentaries now, right? I mean, they got the Pam and Tommy one, Tommy Lee. It's on Hulu. They're doing the one. Hugh Hefner's got his own.
They are very popular, especially when they're given like scandalous little tidbits and secrets that we didn't know before.
Yeah, Playboy one about Hugh Hefner. There was some story that dropped.
Yeah, I'll get into that coming up here in just a bit about, Hugh Hefner was basically tagging anything that walked, but this is way out of the realm of anything we'd ever heard before about Hugh Hefner.
Say anything that walked.
Yeah. Yeah.
Scooby wouldn't approve.
Yeah, you're going to get that coming up here before the end of the show. Well, now a South Florida celebrity is going to be getting her own documentary. Remember Miss Cleo?
Oh, yeah.
Jolie Del Harris?
Yes.
Yeah, she was the psychic that was on in the 90s. She had all those different catchphrases, the call me now, and she put on that fake Jamaican accent. Remember that?
Oh, yes.
Yeah, didn't even have the accent. And I remember people would call us be like going, yeah, I think she lived in Lake Worth Beach.
She does live in Lake Worth. Yeah, because our friend Kit is friends with her.
Yeah, so she was in South Florida, but it all came crashing down in 2002, and that's what they're going to be talking about. They were raking in so much money.
Wow.
Doing that call-in psychic stuff, and then the Federal Trade Commission came in and said, wait a minute. Yeah, they got her for deceptive advertising, billing, collection practices, and then she was a subject in a federal lawsuit filed against Psychic Readers Network and Access Resources, Inc. The FTC then announced in 2002 that the companies had agreed to forgive approximately $500 million in outstanding consumer charges and to pay a $5 million fine. So that pretty much ate up the fortune.
I would watch that documentary because I remember being a kid seeing those infomercials on all the time and thinking they were so weird and thinking, how is this on TV
She was everywhere.
She was.
Yeah, she was. So now you're going to have a documentary about her, Miss Cleo, that is going to be coming out here before too long.
Did she pass away?
She did in 2016, yeah. Mm-hmm. She had a battle with cancer at the age of 53. She passed away.
I think all the good secrets come out after you die. Like the Hugh Hefner one is telling all kind of stories. Miss Cleo, they're going to tell the stories because while the person's alive, you can't really say all the dirt.
Yeah.
But when they die, it's kind of like, okay, free for all.
It does seem to really be piling on the people who can't defend themselves.
Well,
yeah.
he just died or she just died. Okay, let's make that documentary now.
Yeah, that's exactly how it goes. Well, a father in France has got himself in a little bit of trouble. He was trying to just limit his kid's screen time, so he got one of those jammers. And apparently the jammer was so powerful, he actually shut down the entire internet for the whole town.
Wow.
Yeah, then they arrested him because you can't do that. Now he's looking at 6 months in jail and a fine of up to $34,000.
What a jammer.
Yeah, that thing is very effective.
It's powerful.
Yeah, just trying to keep his own kid off of the internet. Oh, he talked about this. There's a cargo ship carrying 4,000 luxury cars to America that caught fire on Wednesday in the Atlantic Ocean. And my gosh, I can't imagine how much money in cars is on this boat. 4,000 luxury cars. Porsche believes they had 1,100 of their cars on there. And Bentley believes they had 189 of their cars on there. And a Bentley, you're talking $500,000 for that car.
That's the average for a Bentley?
I would say, at least a lot of the ones I've seen. I'm not an expert in Bentleys, but the price range, if you go through Bremen, and they got a lot of Bentleys there, I'd always go through and look. They're right around, anywhere from $400,000 to $700,000 typically. And then if you go to a Rolls Royce, you're going $7 to $1 million.
Is it worth that kind of money? I mean, I think that's insane to me.
I know. Absolutely.
I mean, what does it come with? Other than it looking shiny, is it...
And is the boat still on fire, just out there floating?
Well, the ship is adrift. They got
Did all the people get off and just say, peace?
Yeah, they got the 22 crew members off, but the only thing I'm thinking is if I'm a pirate, I mean, the one boat that you want to get your hands on is this boat. I don't know if all the cars were damaged. I assume they probably weren't, but I mean, man, if you could even just pull off one Bentley.
It says the ship's engine room is where the fire started. And if you look at the picture, which I'm looking at now, it appears to be like most of the smoke is coming from one end of the ship. The other end of the ship looks fine. You could get a ladder maybe and somehow drive those Bentleys off the other side.
I was going to say, I mean, I can't imagine that would be the toughest ship to try to guard right now.
I mean, why don't they get back on the boat and put the fire out? Why did they all just leave the boat and it's still on fire?
Don't know, Virginia.
I got so many questions.
Yeah, I hear you. We'll see.
You would think like Porsche, Bentley, Audi, that they would be like, let's get some fire extinguishers.
Yeah, get over their stat. Absolutely. Well, this sounds like something that would happen at Louisiana State University. Students were eating in the dining hall when a raccoon came crashing through the ceiling. You better watch out at LSU. He might wind up dinner.
Yeah, he might.
Yeah, animal control officers were called to the dining hall. There's videos of the raccoon running amok and people screaming. So.
I love it.
Yeah.
Raccoons are cute. We got to watch them. Every now and then, they get a little squirrely on you.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Well, this is a story that is another warning about letting your teenagers get on TikTok. There is a family in Naples, Florida that is warning against the dangers after allowing their 13-year-old to start using TikTok in 2020. She was just making innocent videos of her singing, and she's an attractive girl. And what happens on TikTok when you're an attractive teenager with a lot of other teenagers on there, you soon get a big following. She had 1 million followers before she knew it. One of them was an 18-year-old from Maryland who then started offering to buy photos of her face from her. And she's like, okay, that's fine. Then he's like, now can I get some photos of your body? And she's like, nah. And then he got weird. Then he got threatening. She let her parents know, but they thought, okay, just ignore this guy, stay away from him. Well, one day, there's a shotgun blast and their front door comes flying open, and it's that dude.
What?
The girl's father was a former cop. He had a gun. He shot and killed the stalker right there.
Whoa. Wow.
They were saying, hey, this is just a quick little lesson on how this can get away from you. Take the threats seriously if somebody is threatening.
That stalker picked the wrong house and really didn't do his stalker research.
And did they get all that on TikTok?
That would be, yeah, that video would do well.
Yeah, that's the TikTok you want, their Ring doorbell.
You just never know when someone's a little off.
Yeah.
And what they're going through and why they're in this dark state.
Yeah, that's just what I think they're saying is, hey, maybe a warning to maybe not let your kids on TikTok. At that age, you think it can be innocent fun, but this is how it can quickly become not innocent.
There ain't nothing innocent about TikTok.
Yeah.
Well, just don't communicate unless it's somebody that you personally know.
Mm-hmm. Well, there's a World War II vet from El Paso named Ruben Salcido He just turned 100 years old, and they always ask that question, what is your secret? His tequila.
Seems to be a lot of people's secret. I know a couple people I know that I'm looking at one.
It's hot right now.
It is very hot. Is that because of Narcos?
I think everything has its day in the sun.
But you're right.
It's cyclical.
Tequila is on the forefront right now.
Well, you've got a lot of celebrities that have brands. The Rock has his. There's been a lot of advertising for it. I mean, honestly, if I'm Casamigos or something like that, I'm getting this guy in to do some ads. I mean, he's 100 years old and his secret is tequila.
Totally.
Yeah.
That would be a good ad.
Yeah, absolutely. Get on that. All right, we were talking about all the big old popular documentaries that are going on. They've got one for Miss Cleo that is going to be coming out very soon, telling the story of the TV psychic that was from South Florida and how that all went down and the scandal that went along with it and how the FTC got involved. They've got the Pam and Tommy Lee story on Hulu. They're doing The Secrets of Playboy.
Whoa.
About Hugh Hefner. And I had seen this. I don't know when this episode is going to air, but they're saying that there is an allegation or a strong insinuation that Hugh Hefner, and he was known to basically hit about anything that would walk, but this thing you really can't, legally at least. They're saying that he got it on with a dog and not Snoop Dogg.
Oh, boy.
Wow.
Now, of course, there's people defending Hugh, saying it didn't happen, but this documentary, Virginia, there's this one former playmate that is, I think she was the one you had in the dirt about being the drug mule.
Okay.
Whether she was a former playmate or a former employee, she is giving her accounts.
There's some pretty serious accounts that have come forward from this thing, like crazy drug use, like maybe giving girls drugs that didn't necessarily sign up for drugs, bestiality, not just Hugh, but I think there was other people that apparently were in the Playboy Mansion with dogs.
Well, the way, I guess this documentary, is it a once a week kind of a thing where they're dropping?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, it's
once a week,
A&E.
I go to edit. There's a day where the audio drops of it, and it's all this Playboy stuff, and I'm like, oh my gosh, it's always a crazy little tidbit they're saving for each episode.
Yeah, it's really kind of crazy, all these allegations that are going on. But there are a lot of celebrities that have been arrested for sex crimes that you may not even remember that happened. They got the Tommy Lee documentary with Pamela Anderson, and I forgot about this. Back in 1990, he was charged with indecent exposure after he dropped his pants while taking a bow at a Motley Crue concert. He was fined $1,600, which isn't that bad.
He
but-
knocked out the first 10 rows.
I mean,
Yeah.
$1,600, you can't pay for that kind of press. For that little of money.
Oh, yeah, I know.
It just adds to your mystique as a rock and roll legend.
To me, those crimes are different than
It is.
the predatory.
Right. It's not your R. Kelly type
Yeah.
of, sex crime. Yeah, these are definitely the lighter ones. In fact, a lot of them is just indecent exposure. Billy Joe Armstrong that just had his birthday yesterday, he was arrested in 1995 for indecent exposure.
You might have been at that concert, actually.
Yeah, I that was his act. I don't know. Maybe he was arrested for that. That could have been.
You have a naked Green Day story.
Yeah. It was that was at they call it Acoustic Christmas at the time. It was the Z100 concert at Madison Square Garden. I think that was Christmas of '94.
Huh.
Right around there. And yeah, that was my job. I was watching them, and I was supposed to make sure they didn't act up and get in trouble.
Good luck.
Yeah, and then I got a call. I took my eyes away from the stage because Courtney Love was showing off her crotch to everybody.
What's
down
going
in
on out there?
It was insane. And so I heard on the radio, like, Kevin, you got to get down here and check this out. So I was going down the escalator as Courtney Love was crawling up the middle of the escalator on the way up, and she looked at me and hissed.
What is a Ralston going to do?
And I was just like, and then right then I was startled by that. And then I heard, where's Kevin? And I'm like, I'm here, and they're like going, get on stage. Green Day is naked. I repeat, Green Day is naked. I went up there.
What the hell is Kevin supposed to do?
Yeah,
if Green Day wants to get naked, Green Day is getting naked.
I got chewed out, but I was like, same thing. I'm like, oh, dude, the entire day I spent, they were ripping down all the station banners, and I was trying to put them up, and then they would rip them down again, and it was just like, it was a nightmare. So.
Green Dong. They
Yeah.
turned into.
Jim Morrison got arrested in Miami in 1969 for doing that. That was in the movie The Doors.
That's a famous one.
Yeah, he got arrested for that. Anthony Kiedis, because I remember Red Hot Chili Peppers, they used to put a sock on it. He actually was charged in 1989 with indecent exposure and sexual battery after performing a concert. Yeah, there's been a lot of accusations about a lot of artists. I even know Nelly, who's coming to Sunfest in 2017. He was on tour in Washington State, and somebody accused him. He said he's completely innocent, but they did book him for second-degree rape.
Ooh.
Mm-hmm. Said it happened on his tour bus.
Ooh.
So, yeah. So.
But so did anything? So what happened? Did they investigate it? Nothing happened.
I don't. Nothing came of it. I don't think any charges were filed. He still claims he's like, I'm completely innocent. Somebody was just saying that I did that. Even I saw Brad Pitt was charged with indecent exposure in 1988. He allegedly was mooning drivers on the Pacific Coast Highway in California.
Showing off his little peach pit.
Yeah, we're not going to get you on that one.
Yeah.
I just think that's funny.
Right. It's all kinds of crazy stuff.
I love a well-placed moon.
Yeah. Oh, I got an email here. Somebody wants to take a weekend trip alone. They say life's been crazy lately, and I just like to get away by myself. My girlfriend has a house in Marathon, and I just want to go. I just need to decompress, and I don't want a crazy girls' weekend or even something romantic with my boyfriend of 2 years. I'm just worried how it might sound, though, when I pitch it. I get where it might sound suspicious because I've never done anything like this before. I don't want my boyfriend to think that I'm going away for an affair or that there's something wrong with him. I just need time for me. Who has done this, and what is the right and wrong way to pitch it?
I think it's such an important thing to do, and it'd be cool if everyone involved can drop their ego and realize sometimes people just need just a little breather from everything. You gotta collect your thoughts and get quiet sometimes, and get all outside distractions away from you, so you can kind of discover what's going on within you.
And you said you've never done this before,
Yeah.
but maybe it's time to start doing it. If you've only been with this guy for 2 years, why don't you just say, this is something that I really think could be good for my soul. A little weekend away, just no one to answer to, nothing but peace and quiet and me and my thoughts, and a little house in the Keys sounds so nice.
It does, yeah.
A wise man once said, everybody needs a little time away.
Do you think you would enjoy a weekend just you, Virginia?
Definitely.
Okay, just you chilling out. What would you do with your time?
Oh, I would sightsee. I would do things. I would go eat. I would be a tourist.
I've seen her do it before. Mama gonna be all she needs is a jug of wine and her broom, and she is gonna take that city by storm.
It's hard to balance on your broom with that jug of wine, but I do it.
She's really good at
Yeah.
being able to entertain herself.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it does seem like a good thing to do. Hopefully, if you just, are open, honest, and, maybe while you're there, you can maybe just give him a call so he feels better and be like, hey, look, it's all good. I'm just chilling, like I said.
He's only your boyfriend. It's not like he's your husband. You really don't have to answer for anything.
True.
And if someone just tells you, hey, I need a day to clear my head, it's not always about you.
I have a free place to go stay in Marathon, and I just want to get away to be just with my thoughts for the weekend. The sun, the sea.
I think more married couples need to do that. I know they're not married, but I think y'all married people need to be away from each other for a day or two.
Or a month. Or 2.
I'm just saying, I think y'all should actually not live in the same house together.
Mr. J in the KVJ TV chat room said that a dude would get so much negative traction asking for this. Do you think that would be true if you flip the genders and a guy's like, yeah, I need to go hang out by myself for a weekend?
It should, in my opinion, it shouldn't.
Yeah.
If you have a good relationship with your partner
Yeah.
and they've never done anything like this before, that's them telling you they may just need a little. Look, everyone needs some time, man.
Yeah. True. Okay.
It's good for you. It's self-care, Kevin.
That's self-care.
That's what we all need to do. Are you taking care of you?
Because here's the thing. Heart people.
And if you don't love yourself, no one else can love you.
No, all wise words. All wise words.
I got these from TikTok.
Oh, you did? Okay, good.
I hate TikTok.
TikTok hates you. You're too old.
Would you like for people to like you more? There's apparently 3 easy ways you can do it. So if you're going to be going out, hobnobbing, meet and greeting this weekend, here's what you can do. Step 1, they say, be seen often. In fact, you got to be out and you got to be present. Out of sight, out of mind, right?
Yeah.
They say it's called the near exposure effect. Basically, just being seen by people more often, it makes them more likely to enjoy being around you.
Huh.
Which is just kind of odd. I guess just because you're always there, you're like, oh, okay, I guess they're rubbing off on me.
Depends on what you bring to the party, because sometimes familiarity breeds contempt.
Yeah, how do you explain the Kardashians? They're always around, quite annoyed.
They say step 2 is to ask questions. Research has found that people who ask questions during conversations are liked more by people they're talking to.
That's true.
It's because it lets them know you value their opinions and experiences, and that makes them more likely to want to hang out with you.
You care what they're talking about. If you Kevin's talking about his new hair, and I ask him, oh, tell me about your stylist that does it.
Oh, yeah.
Tell me how much it costs.
Yeah.
Tell me more.
Right. You're right.
It makes it seem like you're really digging it.
That's true. When you command a conversation to make it all about you, that's not a likable trait. So be aware of that. Try to talk about the other person, ask them questions.
It's hard to do because nobody cares about Kevin's new hair, but we have to ask him questions and pretend like we do.
I care about my hair.
I care.
I know, Bird does, yeah.
And there's a chat room of people who care.
Yeah.
Bet your ass.
We'll have the conversation without Virginia.
His hair brings in big numbers, let me tell you.
And the third easy way that you can make people like you more, smile. They say smiling has all kinds of benefits. People who smile are perceived as more competent and more attractive.
Huh. I agree with that. Mm-hmm. I've even getting a sub. Do you ever get a sub with somebody who's smiling, and whether they want to be there or not, you at least, okay, I'm not having an uncomfortable moment. You ever get a sub with someone who feels like they're angry?
Totally. Or somebody who has that RBF.
Yes.
Some people can't help it. Like their face is just stuck in the down position. And even if they're not sad, they look sad.
Or just angry. Like, can I please get a little more cheese? Is that cool if I do? I'm paying for it.
Yeah. So there you go. Oh, one little positivity here. Some feel-good Fridays. Tracy, she sent us an email, and she said, about 3 years ago, Jaybird invited my son and I to the show after I reached out to him about my son being bullied online.
Aww.
Jaybird even went home after the show to get 2 of his Boba Fett items to give to my son Jesse. Well, unfortunately, things got worse for a little while after we were at the station, but then my son Jesse did a complete 180 and realized he was good at Lego building and editing. And he recently won first place for his OCD video. And coincidentally, today, he's on an airplane flying to California with his schoolmates to be in an STN film competition.
That is awesome. I remember him. I remember his mom. They're such nice people. And I'm glad to hear that this is working out. And I remember her talking about he was getting into editing. And that was a couple years ago, and look where he's at now.
Yeah, thought that was really cool.
That's awesome.
Anne has got a nice little feel-good Friday. She said, over the past week and a half, I've been really sick, and I want to send some love to my wonderful husband who picked up all the slack around the house. I love you, Brad.
Brad is rad.
Yeah.
I love you, Brad.
Yeah. And Double B said, I married my best friend of the last 11 years, Isabella, on Friday the 4th. Love you, babe.
Aw, happy wedding.
Mm-hmm. And also want to give a nice shout out to Gidget Simpson. She said,
I love the name Gidget.
Yeah, it is.
Gidget Simpson's a great
so
name.
So
I love it.
cute.
She said, I just want to take the time to say how much the KVJ show affects so many people all across the country. You guys are so fun, funny, and awesome. I'm sure it takes countless hours behind the scenes on weekends, etc., just to make it happen. Just wanted to say thank you for what you do all the way from Illinois. So thank you very much for listening, wherever you might be.
Those Illinois numbers are starting to get up there.
They're now at 2.
They are getting up there.
Okay. Yeah, I remember I did a KVJ Nation meetup one time when I was in Chicago.
Oh.
Yeah.
We're fortunate. We can probably go anywhere in the country and get a KVJ Nation meetup with somebody.
And then get kicked out of that bar.
That's what we do.
Yeah. That's why we have our KVJ Nation map. So if you're listening outside of South Florida, send us an email. We'll add your star to wherever you are listening. Gives us an idea, too, in case we ever go to another city. I've got a Nashville trip coming up. So if there's any KVJ Nationers in Nashville, Tennessee, let me know.
Oh, you got to go to Peg Leg Porker.
Peg Leg Porker?
It is such a
That's
good
where I gotta
restaurant. The dude that runs it got one leg.
What?
And he makes some of the best barbecue. I love Peg Leg Porker.
Peg Leg Porker.
And bring your wife to the Graduate Hotel. It's so Instagrammable.
Yeah, I think that's definitely a place to go.
Oh my gosh, the rooftop, unbelievable.
What's the one leg porker?
Peg leg porker.
Yeah.
Peg leg pig porker. Yeah.
Yeah.
He's got one leg.
Pig porker.
And he deals with pigs. Yes. All right. There you go. All right. Well, before we get to the After the Show podcast, going to be coming up live here on YouTube. Go to KVJ TV. Just look for us at the KVJ Show. Subscribe while you are there. Need to spread the listeners everywhere. Jaybird will wrap it all up here today with his thought.
Better a cruel truth than a comfortable delusion.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know about that.
I'm kind of with Virginia. You
Sometimes
know,
a comfortable delusion's a nice place to sit.
I'm actually
Lie to me, huh?
I'm actually taking back my positive thought. We're going to keep it negative, Kevin.
Yes. Lie to me. Lies.
The KVJ Show on 97.9 WRMF.